the next level, take it to the next level, take it to the next level, 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 next level. Take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Level, 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 take it to the next level. 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 Level, 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 level.
Hi
I can
guys.
I can't see the screen.
Hello guys. Welcome to the SMG Summer Cup. With me we have Insect, and we
In-
will be sorry, my bad. InSync. I'm always getting confused by your name. So yeah, with me we have InSync, and we will be casting the tournament between Ace Vibon
uh,
and Revenants, I believe.
yeah, it's been a big tournament so far, and it's good to see the community tournament still going on and keeping the league scene active as it is. So hopefully it'll be an exciting game that we can look forward to.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. I believe we had a lot of group games as well prior to this. So we do have a small intro video for you all, just sort of like a hype video to get into the action before we begin the day. So let me just quickly play that for you. Yeah, that was a short video that we just made for SMG Summer Cup, and I hope we carry on forward with the same amount of action we had in the previous tournaments, right? So, what do you expect out of these two teams?
Obviously, it's been some time into the tournament, so these teams have proven that they can win and win games consistently, and that they're dangerous if you give them the leads that they or the win conditions that they need to take the games away. Always in our tournaments we can see that top lane is, although people like to joke that top lane is a island dead lane, but in our community tournaments we can see that we have a lot of carry champions that are played in top lane, and I'm expecting like Mordekaiser to be ready again. And in the bot lane, I think everyone knows that Zeri is still really OP. We're seeing Zaira Khan as well. And let's see if these teams can capitalize on that. But it'll be hard for them because I don't think any team wants to lose any more games or give away anything like that.
Oh yes, and is the new champ open by any chance in this tournament? And I'm curious a little bit.
Milio. I've played a bit of Milio. He's
Uh huh.
actually really strong. If you get a Caitlyn or a Kog'Maw lane in there, he's really OP. Because of the range extension, if you have lethal tempo, then you can take towers with Caitlyn outside of turret range. And if you go RFC, rapid fire, then it's just unstoppable.
Wow, interesting. Like, I have never actually played this champion, or nor have I ever faced the champion in all of my games. But it would be interesting. Who do you think is most likely to even pick up this champion in this particular tournament?
I'm not sure actually, because a lot of the times we see that Enchanter champions aren't super popular. We see a lot of engage champions usually, a lot of Nautilus, a lot of like Rakan, Rel, these are picked up. So I'm not sure who's gonna pick up Melio right now because even if they need Enchanter, I think we'll see Lulu more than Melio come in my
Okay.
opinion. But obviously it's up to the teams and let's see if they can get something interesting out because you always want to throw the other team off with your drafts and get every advantage you can get.
Yeah, like they say, like 50% of the game is definitely won in the drafts, and I can't wait to get into drafts. Like, speaking of drafts, I believe the teams are ready, and let's just switch over there and let's see what they have and what they are cooking for us.
Let's see. Drafting is always really interesting to me, and we have Ace Phoenix and the Revenants here. So let's say
Yep.
the first few picks and bans that come through. I'm expecting to see Ace Phoenix's Envy get targeted here in the mid lane because whenever Ace Phoenix plays, he's like the pillar that they build around. He's always the most consistent player, and I
Hmm.
think hard target him. If I would do that if it was up to me, but let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, like I am seeing that Ace Phoenix is going to get the first pick. What do you think, according to their play style, right? What do you think will they would prioritize in the first pick round?
Honestly, I don't think, as much as I talked about Envy now, I don't think they're gonna prioritize mid picks because he's such a versatile player. You can give him whatever, and he'll perform on it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's not something I expect to see. Most likely, they're gonna go for the top lane blind pick. Maybe they're gonna prioritize. Like I said, Mordekaiser is a big priority for us here, especially in the LoL BD scene. So I think Mordekaiser might get picked up by Ace Phoenix. Aizen, Broken Blade is playing, and Aizen is also is a very important player for them. If Aizen is lined up today, so it will depend on that. Blue side obviously gets pick priority, so it'll be interesting to see which side he goes for. No, Aizen, I don't think is in the lineup today.
Yeah, not today. I think he is
Not
taking an
today.
off.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So,
most likely Broken Blade is gonna get first pick here,
and
which is a
right as
biomass
we
coming through.
speak, right, the first champion that gets banned is Kled. Is there any OTPs on the side of Revenants? Kled OTPs.
Maybe we've seen Kled picked up in like pro play. G2 plays Kled in mid lane and top lane, so maybe they're just aware how strong he is. Or maybe they have a one trick there. I'm not super sure, but let's see.
All right, interesting. Like, I mean, Kled is like a really good engaged champ, right? More towards centered around team fights. He always tries to get in behind your ranks and get that one good flank, and you win the game for your team. And that's how,
Yeah.
like, obnoxious I would say this champ is. So,
Not only
rightfully,
that, in lane he's so hard to kill because he gets his
uh,
passive back. You think you got him, and then he just gets back the Scarl,
I know,
and then he
right?
just runs you down.
It's impossible to dive this champion nor to
Yup.
escape any dives from this champion, right? And especially paired with a really strong jungle like Elise or something like that, you could easily toggle the turret aggro. And I think they were like looking at this, I like you said, right, it's going to be a very top heavy game, I believe. Like, they are prioritizing banning top lane champions. Is it going to be a win through top lane, even though we have seen like a lot of bot lane strength is going to matter in this specific meta, right? But maybe we might actually see a shift towards top oriented play. I myself am pretty excited to see any kind of interesting interactions on the top side, because top lane is usually like an island, people say,
Yeah.
right?
The thing with the bot lane meta is even if bot laners are strong, they need like 2 items, 3 items to like actually start making a good impact, right?
Uh-huh.
So
And
that's
I'm
always
sorry, I
something.
think we have been a little bit on the lag. We've already gone through the first three picks. I had to refresh my browser. I'm really sorry about that. So, like we said, and we already have an
Whoa,
Emilio pick. What do you think of
Milio,
this?
Milio with Jinx, I can definitely see that happening, and we see the Pantheon pick up with the Zeri, like we talked about. Zeri is the champion that's. Let's
Oh,
keep it
and
at that.
you
Zeri is
said
the
you
champion.
were talking about Lulu, right? Like
Yep,
immediately,
the
immediately.
Lulu to answer. I think Milia's just gonna replace like the Yumi because Yumi got hit
Oh
with a lot
God.
of like nerfs and
Uh,
changes. So she's not like as easy or as strong. Whoa, the Shivana comes through. That was
I,
unexpected.
yeah, it's not locked in. Is it like a small like teasing you? You know, I could play. Oh my God, this is definitely a teasing going on right
Yeah,
now.
there's like Timo being hovered. Timo into Pantheon. I don't know where the Pantheon is going. No, it goes
Okay.
back to the Syndra.
Yeah, now this makes a lot of
Boo!
sense.
Boo!
This makes
Oh
actually a lot
man.
of sense. Right now, it's only I don't know where this Pantheon, right? It could be a very versatile pick. Like we have seen Ace Phoenix pull out the mid lane Pantheon. Is it going to be the mid lane Pantheon again, or is it going to be anywhere in the jungle or the top lane? What do you expect?
Um, I'm not sure because if you know Nemesis, he's like
Hmm.
a streamer. He used to be a pro player for Fnatic back in the day, and he thinks in the current meta, Pantheon is really, really strong. He's been spamming that in like Challenger queue quite a bit. So let's see where they decide to go with that. Solo lane Pantheon, way back in the day before his rework, used to be really obnoxious. He's kind of only seen in support nowadays. But
Uh,
like I said, some pro players, some like high-low challenger streamers have picked him up now and then. So maybe that could be something like like a wild card pick out there to just throw them off.
okay, interesting. Now that we have the bottom side of the map ready, we have a Graves ban. Okay,
Yes,
this
Graves is so strong. I don't
yeah.
think I don't know how many patches Graves has been like this strong, and there's nothing being done about it.
Uh, jungle, man. It's like they crib about everything, but jungle is still remains to the day very much, win or lose kind of lane.
Yeah,
So
jungle
yeah.
can impact the map so much. We see more jungle vents come through, the Jarvan being taken off, Surefire engage that can frontline as well as dive the backline, set up your team. So I like that ban.
So is it gonna be another AD jungler ban? Because I'm seeing Syndra, so I guess it could
Yeah,
be
it
okay.
could be. Diana's being taken out. I think only junglers are going to be targeted. If we look at the team comp, Pantheon can go top or mid, or
Even jungle, I
perhaps
guess.
perhaps jungle, yeah, but we have the bot lanes picked up, so there's no point in banning out bot side. In the
Mm-hmm.
first round of bans, we saw a lot of top lane getting targeted, so I don't think they're gonna waste any more bans in the top side. So I think we're gonna just see jungle focus right now, and let's see what gets taken away. This Pantheon is like actually such a smart pick. You can play him top, you can play him mid if you want to,
Oof.
and
Oof.
Kane being hovered.
I don't know if that is gonna be a ban or not. I think we might have missed a ban. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like we missed.
It
Did they miss a ban
or
or
maybe we had some glitch, some technical issue. But seems like Kane has been locked in, like paired with the Syndra. I could see where this is going.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Kane has so many ways you can play him, right? Blue Kane one shot. You can go for the tank build with red Kane. You can go blue Kane with the red Kane build. I think it's like purple Kane or something,
Oof.
and it's really strong. So I like that Kane very combat heavy. I think we know that in our scene there's a lot of early game contest. So that might be someplace that Kane is targeted because in the very early game he's not the strongest jungler.
True that. Uh,
Let's see what they answer with.
there is still time to pick, but I think they're deliberating what they should pick. Uh, did
Yeah, Kane goes through.
I think we do have some kind of bug. I have no idea if they've missed the pick or is it like only lagging for us a little bit. Let's just wait and see if they're gonna.
Sometimes bans do get missed out, and usually they're just communicated to the captain, like, "Oh, missed a ban. This is supposed to be."
Yeah, or this could also be the tool error, right? Like,
Yeah,
I have
but
no idea, but it could be interesting. It's gonna be already blue side. Both picks are gone. This is gonna be the last pick. I'm assuming they would have picked the jungle. I don't know, man. This is absolutely a mystery. Gonna be a real mystery. I don't know what they've picked. I have no idea. I think my tool is lagging a bit. So we'll just have to
yeah,
wait and see until we get into the game. But I am quite positive that, it's gonna be, like you said, a really strong top lane. Like it could be a Mordekaiser and a Pantheon jungle. What do you think of that?
Yeah, Mordekaiser is left open. Usually, one of the highest priorities that we get is a Mordekaiser jungle. So I'm surprised that Mordekaiser didn't get enough attention. Even when Mordekaiser isn't in meta, we see a lot of Mordekaisers being picked, but completely ignored so far. So maybe we're moving away from that. But yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, while we wait for the players to line up and start the game, we can discuss with what picks we do know, right?
Hmm.
Like, what
We
do you
got the
think?
first three picks.
Yeah,
Besides
explain
that.
to me what Melio even does. Like, I have absolutely no clue about this chap. If
So
you've ever played him.
yeah, yeah, I've played a bit of Melio. I play a lot of support, so I tried him out. So Melio Q is basically like Ziggs Q, like it's a bouncing thing.
Okay. Okay.
But unlike Ziggs Q, it also knocks you back if you get hit. So that's Q. That's his only damaging ability, by the way. So W is you get an area where you're getting healed over
Mhm.
time, plus your range increases. So that's the range increase I was talking about.
So you get an increase, or your ally also gets an increase?
Anybody in the circle gets an increase.
Okay. That's
Yep.
gonna be deadly. Like, I can immediately think of a couple of champs to be paired up with Meteor, right? Like, on the top of my mind, Samira comes in. I don't know why I thought of this champ specifically, because as soon as you said there was a stun and knockback in the Q, and then there's a range extension in his E, right? Like, I can immediately think of Samira, right? Like, she can just
Yeah,
dash
'cause
in and.
usually Samira, you want to pair her with like in CC and engage, right? But with
Mhm.
Melio, I think you can mitigate that and have an enchanter which can actually enable her as well. That's really interesting. His E is very simple. You just select an ally, the ally gets a shield and some move speed. A
Mhm.
very simple ability. But his alt is like an it's completely cleansed of CC, so that's really strong in team fights.
Okay, okay. While they're picking it out, like, I want to talk about a little bit about like the Kane build, like you said, right? Like how
Hmm.
he can go red Kane but still build the blue Kane pick.
So yeah, you
So,
can go the traditional blue cane, which is just full assassin. You can go the traditional red cane, which is the front line with like gold drinker, black cleaver, all of that. You can also some people what they do is they go the blue cane because blue cane has more burst potential, it has more movement speed, but
mm-hmm.
they go gold drinker anyways, like gold
Oof,
drinker,
that's
cleaver,
kind of
the
like a
silver
cheat
build.
kind of build, no?
Yeah, so you get the best of both. You don't get one shot, plus you're fast and have all the advantages of blue cane.
Yeah, and here we have a little bit information about the draft. Apparently, it was a set top lane on the red side,
Okay, yeah. Set
and
top lane, we also see a Maokai and Ornn come through. So I think our prediction was right. Pantheon mid lane for Envy.
yep, he is a very strong Pantheon player. Like, he has insane amount of potential to take down his not only his own laner, but also has the potential to roam around with his, semi-global ultimate.
Yeah, if you're mid lane, that basically becomes a global outlet. You're in the middle of the
Yeah.
map. You don't need to go very far to like impact any of the other lanes. Plus, you're a lane bully. If Syndra steps up too far for CS or gets a bit too comfortable, misses her knockback, then it's just a free kill for you because Syndra's very squishy, and in the early game, her knockback is her only defense, right? In the late game, she can one shot people, but in the early game, Pantheon should have good priority, even if he's melee. Even in the late game, Pantheon will
Mhm.
be so important because if Syndra ults and Pantheon has his shield up, the entire ultimate's blocked. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think Syndra's priority target would be Pantheon in this case. I mean, there's so many targets. Like, you can pick Zeri, you can pick Lulu, like, eliminate one of these squishies, and then you've already won the team fight,
Yep.
right? And how
Uh,
is Melio, by the way? Is he a squishy, or is he gonna build
yes,
a little bit of tanky items?
very squishy, very squishy. It's like
Okay.
Soraka.
Like a replacement to Yumi, like you said.
Yeah,
Okay.
replacement to Yumi or a Soraka. Like, you target him first so that you can kill the
Oh,
enemy.
okay. So he's gonna be a range champ, right? Got it,
Yeah, yeah,
got
he's
it.
a range champ.
I just felt like it was a throwback to Rise when he was a kid or something. He had the scroll and everything.
No,
It
no.
was so freaking funny. But
He's a
anyways,
champion.
right, like what do you think the jungle pathing is gonna be between Maokai and Kane? I mean, both of them have a fairly good amount of clear speed.
Yeah, I don't like the Maokai pick, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Maokai jungle has been hit with a lot of nerfs, and especially when you're against a Kayn, you kind of want a very strong early jungler so that you
Mm-hmm.
can disrupt his clear. You don't want to give him stacks, and Maokai, one, he's fine, he can take duels and he'll survive, but with Kayn, you don't want to give him free duels and free stacks of his passive. So I'm not a big fan of the Maokai pick, but let's see what happens. It's always about execution. Kane honestly will probably path topside with the Ornn and the set there. He's gonna get free. It's gonna be very easy to stack up Red Kane. But let's see what he goes for. He could also just full clear if he wants to and not look for ganks. But in the current meta right now, with jungling, how counter jungling works and how catch up EXP works, it's not really worth it to just keep full clearing. It's much more better if you gank a lane, clear a camp, gank again. It's a very gank heavy meta right now.
Hey, I am trying to load into the game, but let me just check with them if the game has actually started. Hmm.
It's waiting on a bit of delay. That's fine.
Yeah, it usually happens. I mean, if there is no delay, there is no tournament.
Yeah, of course. Then there's gonna be the pause. Someone electricity goes away. Someone parent
Yes.
comes in. Is not allowed to play at this hour.
Yep, most likely. Let me just
I think we are in game right now. We're just gonna wait for the delay to catch up so
go
that
away. Yep.
but yeah, if we just talk about the draft while the spectator bugs are being taken care of, bot lane, if we look at bot lane, there is Jinx Milio into the Zeri Lulu, which is probably gonna be the most safe lane, honestly. Um, and so I don't expect a lot of action in that case. But on the top side, I think there's going to be a lot of fighting and a jungle pressure, and especially the mid lane Pantheon. Who hits six is going to be very, very important.
Yep, that is true. Like you said, like it could go either ways, right? Like even in the early level, like Syndra could definitely bully out the Pantheon, and it is gonna be a little bit of hard for Pantheon himself to lane against a ranged champion. So it's gonna be interesting as to who's gonna get the lane priority and who's gonna, like carry the game.
Yeah, and it's actually on Envy to get that advantage in the early game, mid game, because the later the game goes, the better it is for Syndra.
Hmm.
She's very scaling champion now, has a lot of agency in the late game, but Pantheon is all about the early and the mid. Because if you can't get an advantage, the later and later the game goes, the less and less impact you're gonna have, where eventually you're
You
just
can
there for
just
the stun.
pull the bar to the right. Yeah, drag it to the right. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Spectator tends to do
Yeah,
that a lot.
always
So
happens, I guess.
that's all fine. I think we can hopefully get back into the game very, very soon and bring you guys all the action,
Yep. Give me a minute. I will be switching to the game screen soon.
of course, and we will be bringing you all of that as soon as we can.
Yep,
And
there we are in game.
we finally managed to get in game, and we can finally get this match on the way. And I'm very excited to see how the early jungle pathing and how the mid and top interact and see what goes on. If we take a look at the summoner spells here on this layout, nothing really to speak about. Everything is fairly standard. The phase rush Maokai is interesting, but beyond that, everything is pretty standard. Well,
Like,
let's see
I
if there's
want to
any
know why
shenanigans.
Zeri went for a ghost right here. Like, I'm not a very big Zeri player. And look at Lulu's, keystone as well. Like, what do you call it these days? I forgot.
Guardian. It's called
Yes.
Guardian.
Why did she go for Guardian? I believe a Summonary would be a good option. Okay, we have
Uh,
an early invade down to the red
Both
side,
teams
and
are invading each other, but
yeah,
neither of them know that they're invading each other. So they're just gonna not find anybody, and it depends on who's gonna back first. And it seems like blue team is
They just
backing.
probably want to get an idea of where they're going to start. Actually, this is a very interesting idea, right? Like, look at here. The Kane is not going to back. He can probably things like, I can probably take down the Raptors alone because Mauka is, of course, going to stick with his red start. And as you all know, Kane can start with Raptors or red. And it
Yeah,
seems
but
like I believe it was a sapling that dissuaded them.
maybe, but I think both of them just backed because they didn't find the other team. So it's gotta be about who can actually take out that ward first. You can see that
Yeah, it's already being
Phoenix does.
pinged.
No, they're pinging each other, as in they saw where each they saw members, but both wards stay up. Neither support had went back to get their sweeper, which is interesting. I expected that to come in so late in the tournament. These sort small mistakes can cost you games sometimes, but it's okay. To talk about the Guardian, it's to just stop any of the poke that comes through with like the Jinx Zap or the Melio Q, just to keep the Zeri healthy.
Fair enough. And like we said, like there's immediate action going on the top lane and the bot lane. Look, seems like they all want to go out, like brawling against each other in all of these lanes.
Yeah, getting that early priority is going to be very important. But for Phoenix, it's not that easy because you're Ornn into a set. You kind of have to sit back, let the wave come in, farm under your tower, and just, chill out. You can go behind a little bit of CS when you're a tank. It doesn't really matter. You're just there to
Yes.
engage and peel. You'll be useful just by being there. Whereas Set needs that advantage.
Yeah, and like we rightly predicted, right? Early level Syndra can absolutely bully out the Pantheon.
He's actually
And
surviving pretty well. There we go, flash stun, but
whoa,
there's
there's
a
another
flash.
flash.
Burning Blade goes in as well. Pushes him back. Pantheon needs to get that execute, ignite down, and that's the first blood. We talked about Pantheon needing that early advantage, and Envy does just that.
Yep. I mean, who would have expected a level 3 gank coming? I don't think he was even level 3, right? Like he was level 2 or something.
He might have been level 2. Like, that's the jungle
Yeah.
meta now. You just gotta gank, 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 and make sure your laner's ahead. Because that's like, jungle XP has been nerfed so much. It's not worth it to just keep full clearing. And Kane was in no shape to counter gank that. I don't think the Syndra even expected it.
Yeah,
Especially that flash stun.
Syndra was like so bold, trying her best to poke out the like. That's how you play, right? Like you're arranged against a melee, and you're
Yeah, yeah,
expected to play that forward. Okay, Set is hiding down in the bush, and you can
yeah, there's
see
a
Kane
Kane, there's
pathing
a
towards
Kane.
here. It could be
Actually, gets
potentially
the
a kill.
knock up.
Oh,
No,
but
no, no,
Maokai is
pretty
here.
safe. Yeah, so it's all fine. As an Orange, you're pretty safe. It's not easy to like burst you down like that. But the bot side, Terex and Invoker just getting constantly shoved in with Melio giving Jinx that safety of like heals and shields and range extension. It's just obnoxious to deal with. Syndra stepping up too far forward again. Envy gets another combo down, uses his full kit to get the Syndra down. Press the
He
attack
could,
cross.
he could have potentially killed her if he only had his Q up. I think it was bent on
Yeah,
cooldown.
his kill just didn't execute there, but the kill doesn't matter. The Syndra has to back now, which just gives Pantheon full control of the lane. And in a ranged versus melee, Pantheon is on a CS advantage, so that early kill really hurts the Syndra there.
It's
Especially
like
the item
all.
double longsword, that hurts.
Yeah, and he knew that this plan was, I'm pretty sure, executed right in the lobby. They were like, you know what? As soon as they saw the Syndra pick, come and gank level 2, and we can just shut down the Syndra earlier on, and we do not have to worry
Oh,
about
Envy is
the
actually
lane.
roaming both sides, but he gets spotted on a ward and there is Kane nearby, so I don't think anything happens. There you go, you see the knockback in action, just
But it does relieve a little bit of pressure from the bot lane. But
yeah, the bot lane is very under fire right now. The top side, this is gonna keep happening, where they just
over
fight
and
a
over
little bit,
again, right?
trade a little bit. Nothing really to talk about. Orange just gonna proc his grass, cleared the waves, and yeah, that's about it.
I think there is gonna be some kind of an action happening down in mid lane. What do you think?
Mid lane will be the point of focus for Phoenix for sure because you want to keep the Syndra down, you want to get the Pantheon rolling. And Envy with that early lead is not someone that lets leads slip by very easily. You can see that even the Syndra's pushing in, it's right outside Pantheon's tower. You don't want to be there as the Syndra because if the Maokai comes in, you're dead. So it's not a great position for him. So
Yeah,
let's see
but
what
he
happens.
does have to. He has no other way. He needs his jungler to cover up for him because, like, he is already far pushed, right? He needs those minions to level up as well. And you can see he's very close to getting to level 6. And he is also got, we forgot to talk about that. He has also got the first strike rune. So he was expecting to poke him out a little bit and gain some free gold out of the lane.
Yeah, but that's not happening if we saw mid lane there. As soon as Syndra used her knockback and we stepped
Ooh,
up in front. Oh,
nice
good
cancel on the
cancel.
back.
Yeah, I think that might force Envy to miss a few of CS and recover some of the gold there for Syndra. Let's see what happens.
And you
Alright,
can
right now nothing really too worthy of mentioning. Everything going pretty normally, but relief of
look at the
pressuring offside
Yeah,
was
yeah.
being.
Look at the CS though, right? Like even though Maokai tried to gank, I mean, he has the successful gank down mid lane, and he's also covering for his mid laner, but he's still in equal CS with the Kane, which is very surprising. I mean, Kane was just
Yeah,
farming.
yeah, Kane was just farming. Maokai had an impact. He's trying again. He's sticking around in this bush, but I think Kane realizes what's happening.
Oh, Syndra's in trouble. If the on collapses from okay, but the set rightfully found the right timing to roam down mid, and he saves his mid laner from immediate death.
Yeah, that was looking very sketchy there for the Syndra. The set, good timing on that. The Kane was also there to cover up. So, good read from Revenants there to make sure their mid laner is safe. Nothing goes down and they can get back to farming. Pantheon has 6, I think. What level is he? No, he's level. Yeah, Pantheon has 6. And I expect him to roam, but he's having a hard time getting the lane shoved in. You don't want to roam with the CS so close to your tower.
Oh, it's a good opportunity to go down bot lane, I
Yeah, right
believe.
now you saw immediately he's pinging bot lane. He ults
And
in,
he's already
wants to
ulted
get
down
the
bot.
stun. He was getting the damage across with the PTA and just barely lives. Milio there using all of his skill and heals and all sums burned there for red side to save themselves from the Pantheon gank. And you can see they're being forced to back now, which gives them free Drake on the bot side. And that's
Yeah.
just great play from the mid lane Pantheon. That's what you want to be doing. Just shove the lane, use your ult to impact another one of the side lanes.
Oh, is
And
this gonna
just
be a 1v1 up top? Oh my god, Nero!
Zed getting run down.
That is unexpected. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you wanna fight? Let me show you how my hammer works. And he just
Yeah,
hams him down.
Ornn is actually so strong. You have to play the lane well into that Ornn. That's why he's so high priority actually, because he has the damage. If you don't respect it, he will like output a lot of damage on you.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on through the enemy jungler's mind. What in if in your case, right? Like you have losing the mid even though you had arranged into melee matchup, and your bot also got a really bad impact out of the mid lane, like they lost all their sums. What is actually going on in Kane's mind? What, how can he, bring his team forward, like give his team a little bit of lead? They already lost the dragon, and you can see, right, the Pantheon posturing to
Yep,
maybe even dive the set.
Pantheon is constantly just shoving and trying to impact the side lanes. That's the correct way you want to be playing him. But as for the Kane, I think as Kane, you're just saying your team to be calm. Is just one kill. It's not the end of the world or anything. Just let me farm up, let me get my form, then we can start fighting. When the Syndra gets 1 or 2 items, the Jinx gets an item, and Kane gets formed, he'll probably tell his team like Pantheon's gonna fall off anyways. Just be calm and make sure farm is up, and don't get caught making silly mistakes so that this lead extends. Because they already have a Drake, and they have a little bit of a gold lead, nothing really to write home about. But it's just that Envy has been all over the map right now.
Yep. He has been very impactful. Like you said, you did not like the Maokai pick, but I think they had a game plan going in.
Yeah, Maokai pick didn't get punished at all by the Kane, so it's working out just fine. The weakness has
Okay.
been kind of mitigated. Nero once again getting engaged on. He's losing out on these trades, and I think he's gonna keep losing out until he gets his Blade of the Ruin King.
Yeah,
Until
I
then,
mean,
yeah,
okay, are they going to go all in down on the bot lane? It seems like they're just going to land in some poke. They might actually, Just
Yeah,
back because,
they're just trying to chip away health bars, but with the Lulu and Emilio, it's really hard because
man, that's
shields
like,
and heals everywhere.
I feel bad for the set at this point. He doesn't even have time to, like, make
Oh,
use
he's
of
actually
his.
getting dove right now.
Oh
Pantheon on
no,
Orn he
that's.
flashes awake. Actually takes back the Orn, wants to trade
Mm,
back a kill, and he manages to do so. That's very, very important for him to actually trade a kill back there, or else it's completely lost for him. But that's actually not the worst because they expended so much to try and kill this set, but he gets a kill back. Well played by Nero there to actually bring the Orn back and good use of his flash. But he's gonna lose a lot of turret platings. You see Maokai is on the top side. I think they're gonna take the whole turret with the
yeah, they're just
Herald.
gonna. But no, I think they released the head a little bit too early. Maybe one or two platings left down on the top side. But like,
Mm,
this is what you would love to see, right? And look at Envy. He's just gonna
yeah, he's
proxy the
just
entire
proxying.
wave.
Revenant
Just
needs to
rubbing
make
salt
something
into the
happen.
wound right now.
Revenant needs to make something happen on the opposite side. Your top is getting like so much investment and getting ganked, and he manages to make it 1-for-1. In the mid lane, you can see Syndra does the correct thing. Push actually gets plates on her own, solo plating, which is really, really important. Because on the top side, plate got shared between the Maokai and the Pantheon. And Kane is just posturing bot side, constantly threatening. So it's something. It's like they get something back on the opposite ends. That's why you see the gold lead isn't ballooning out of control. But yeah,
It's been a tough laning for the side of Revenants, I believe. And but it's not really like the entire skirmishes that were going on in the entire map, and all of the small victories that the blue team had. It's not really showing up in the gold lead. Not that
yeah,
much hard to catch up.
yeah. Not that it's not too much at all. It's like not even 1,000 actually. So Red Team did a good job of picking up the gold where they could, making sure like they're not like getting completely rolled around, and they actually have something to show for it. Set actually completed Mark Threads first. A bit surprised by that. I think he
I
should have
think he's getting scared of the Pantheon roams, I believe.
maybe, but I would have liked to see that gold actually put into finishing that work so that he can trade back better.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
just take the level 1 boots and then hold on to that for a little bit. But
And you
there is
can.
a lot of CC though, so I understand why he would go there.
Yeah, and I think in his mind, right, the laning phase is actually over for him already. His tower is already down. He can expect a gank up top anytime, and it's not looking good.
Yeah,
And look at the
no.
gold distribution. Like, even though Kane has farmed so much, he is
Oh,
still down gold. Oh,
Maokai! Flash root brings it back into Pantheon range. He should be going down. Ignited. What a gank by Broken Blade. Just absolute perfection there. Owls from far away. Even we didn't notice what was happening until it was too late. Syndra even flashed to try and get away, but the root followed her all the way under her tower and then knocks her back right in range for the Pantheon. What a great gank there. And Jay just starts setting up for this Drake because mid lane is gone and Kane doesn't have farm, so no contest can come through.
yeah, but then they forget that there's this bot lane who is extremely strong, and Zeri comes in, ults, and tries to get on
Yeah,
top of the
but there's
Jinx.
a
Pantheon
Pantheon.
ults as well.
There's the TP
Oof.
coming through. I think Million's gonna go down. Kane is here. The Syndra stun lands on multiple people. Kane goes it, gets one back. But Zeri is now free firing. Actually, Pantheon misses a stun because Kane manages to ult. Trying to get over the wall. He's over the wall. Zeri trying to output as much damage as she can. Pantheon desperately wants that kill. He's so low, the Kane. But I think he just manages to get away. That Syndra TP to stun like 2 or 3 people was crucial to try and get one of those kills back. But Revenant's falling further and further behind, always coming out second best in these skirmishes.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand why they even went in for that fight. Like, you had absolutely no control around the dragon. You
Yeah,
did not know where the enemy mid laner was, and like at
I
that
don't
point, you
know.
just conceded. Like, it wasn't
Uh,
really. But they
Potato
succeeded in
and yeah,
stopping the dragon take, though.
no, they didn't. Did they? Oh yeah, they
Yeah, they
did. I
did.
think it's just a visual bug in the minimap. The Jake is still here, so I guess that is something that they managed to do. I think Potato and Black Thief saw the Lulu separated from the team and wanted to get a pick off there, but Phoenix is a coordinated enough team and
Yeah,
well
look at him.
coordinated
He looks
to
like a young
like,
Rise. Like, I'm not even kidding. His auto attacks and everything. Oh, he might actually be caught out right here. You said he was so squishy and he forgets that. Okay, Jinx
eh,
might actually come
but
to bail him
Maokai
out, but
doesn't have
there's
the
no
best
out of
damage.
this.
Yeah, no, there's too many people of Ace Phoenix here. They're still wanting the Drake. So Mingyo caught trying to clear wards. That's just the life of a support. You try to clear some vision, clear some wards. You will sometimes gets collapsed on, and that's exactly what happens. On the top side, you can see heavy trading
Oh,
going on,
oh,
but Nero losing
oh
out.
my
I think
god.
he's
Come
dead.
on, Set, not like
Yep,
this. He
Sid
did
is
die.
just down. Yeah, he's dead. I
Not
think he
like
died in the middle of
this.
alt.
Yeah, he did. I mean, at that point, you should just like, you are entirely like, I don't know what On is going for. I think his mistake is already almost done. Probably with his back, he
No,
could get it. Okay, Syndra. Does she have
Syndra
enough
wants to get a
damage?
kill
Oh,
back.
he
Yes,
does.
he does. Ornn, I don't think he's going for Mythic first. He's probably just going to complete the Sunfire. Yeah, there we go. Sunfire completed. Has steel caps. He just doesn't want to take any damage from the set. He has so much armor. Plus, with the Thornmill component, he's
Okay,
going to be so
okay.
tanky.
He tried to do a sneaky back, but okay, that could.
Syndra's Pantheon is here, but Seth wants to fight this with his Borg.
He
Actually has
is.
so much damage now, wanting to stack up his W.
Oh
Gets
my
it
god,
onto
this
the
could be a huge
Pantheon.
shutdown. This could
Pantheon
be a huge
goes
shutdown.
down. Syndra misses. Syndra
Oh,
can't get the kill. Envy just walks away. That is unfortunate. That was a huge opportunity wasted. 300 gold shutdown for the Syndra. Swings this match completely. But
imagine
ah,
losing a 300 goal shutdown. That's gotta hurt.
so close, but the Pantheon shielding actually protected him, I think, from the set damage at the last second.
Oh, Skane
And
is
this
here.
Kane is here, and it's Red Kane. Good polymorph actually gets him out of the way. And then again, Glulu out down onto the Zeri, but there's
Ooh.
too much damage. Kane dives under the tower with his ultimate, gets something back for the Revenants. And you can see with the board, the trades are going much more favorably, even with the health disadvantage. Set is managing to trade much better now. That's why I wanted to see that completed first, but he's getting the benefits of it now. There's a lot more he can do. Gets a little bit of agency back into this lane. Tower falls. He might be in danger now if he doesn't back up. Oh,
Okay, he misses the
headbutt
knockup.
misses. But the W,
Oof.
I think he's gonna get it. There we go. Neo gets his revenge kill. Gets
This is
the
his
Ornn
redemption
down.
arc.
Yep.
He's
That's
powered
why
up
the
enough.
Bork is so important in this tank match. But Envy is here. He wants to get this set down, but he doesn't know where he is, so
Yeah, and
not
he
gonna be able to
imagine
find
like he
him.
just took the kill and just casually goes down to farm the Krugs. It's like every other day in my, you know, job. I'm just doing what I can.
Yeah, look at that. Even the set fell so far behind. The top lane CS is pretty equal, and he's 2-2. He's not doing too bad actually. It's just that his lane with that Herald push was there's nothing he could do about that, right?
Yeah, and it's not bad actually, like you said, right? They did trade down in the bot lane,
Yeah, it
and
wasn't the worst. They got something back. The goal lead is actually in favor of red team right now by a little bit. Half a thousand in their favor, so they did a really good job bringing that back here. Especially Kane, right after he gets his form, has so much impact. 2-0 already. That's what he was waiting for actually. That's why I wanted to see him more on the top side, to fight a little bit, get his passive a little bit quicker. But bygones are bygones. Hindsight is 2020.
yeah, but as you said, right, Pantheon really does fall off late game. Their team, the Pantheon, really has to find some really good entry points into the fight. If he just goes in head first, he's gonna get targeted and probably even killed. Like Syndra could save her stun just for Pantheon, and
Yeah, Nero
just
actually fighting the Orna. Look at that at Mane. Look at how much the Borg does. He was losing every single trade before this, even at a health advantage. Now the Borg is such a core item into this matchup,
yeah,
and
and he
Orn is forced to
knows
back
that
away.
backup is coming, and he's just gonna back off from the tower. It's gonna be an easy tower take up top, and on the other side of the map, you can see that Syndra is being pushed down out of her
Yeah, the
tower. There's another herald also. We forgot that they took another herald.
red team is actually pinging Baron. I think they started Baron. That's a very crazy
What?
call. 20 minutes in, there was Baron pings. You can see on the minimap that there's a lot of Baron pings going down. I don't think Ace Phoenix has realized yet. Now they do. The Lulu checks. Ornn is there. You can see Ornn out going down onto the Yeg. If the camera could be panned there, thank you very much, Observer. But they peel away from it.
I think it was just a bluff to get the
Oh
Pantheon
no,
ultimate, but
Seth
Nero could
got
actually die here.
out. Yeah, Nero got left out there. I think because of the Pantheon, they peeled away, but
Oh
very
my
brave
god, Jinx is
call.
getting caught alone. But do you think Jinx is caught or do you think Maokai is caught?
Maokai was caught there, uses his phase rush to good use and actually manages to get away from that. But that was a very bold call by the Revenants to try and get the Baron down. They saw two people bot side. That's that's why they made the call, but the Ornn ultimate was so massive. But now Ace Phoenix is like, okay, we got them off. Do we start it? No, they think better of it. They're gonna go for the Drake. They want the Drake soul stacking because that's always a late game insurance. Even if you have a Pantheon, if he has that Drake Soul, which is Mountain Drake, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, that's quite
with an
strong.
Ornn, Pantheon, Maokai, it's gonna be very hard to fight through them if they get that Drake Soul. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
gonna be Soul Point. One more Drake after this for Ace Phoenix for the Drake Soul.
Yep, that's a really interesting bit of an exchange that we saw between both of the teams. And aggressively, Set is trying to push and probably even trade a tower, but there are no minions, so he has to back off. So they're just trying to play for the next Baron, I believe. Like, if anybody, any one person drops on the map, it's gonna be the big purple worm that goes down.
Yeah, so Revenant is actually doing a pretty decent job of trying to stay even, but all of these exchanges that they're losing out
Oof!
on. Actually,
Oh my god!
Envy,
That.
what a play from Nero! Flashes behind the shield to get the kill there, but I think Melio is caught out now.
Oh
Kane is
no!
here to
Oh
try and save his
no!
support.
Oh
Melio
no!
uses his ult to kind of get away. I think Kane can also leave through the tower, but Set is here trying to work it out. Maokai ults to try and get away. Red team
Woof!
collapses. Maokai getting for it down. Nero takes him down. Kane in the backline deletes the Zeri and now it's just Ord against 3. He's tanky but not that tanky. Lulu has to flash away and suddenly Red Team just flip the switch and bring the fight to Ace Phoenix and they get absolutely routed in this fight.
Yeah, that was just started off an innocent enough exchange, going into the amazingly beautiful flash by Nero and the kill followed up by. I thought Emilio was dead to rights there.
I thought Nero was dead first, then I thought Milio was dead, but they just Red Team proved both of us wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was, I would say it was very, very careless from the blue side. They shouldn't have walked up. Like this set is just demolishing the other team with just a Borg and a Gold Drinker. Imagine if he builds that tank item, it's like impossible. It's gonna be a raid boss.
Yeah, so because Set got set so far behind, I have to commend Nero how he managed to come back into this game. Has a CS lead, has like has 4 kills, 150 bounty on him. He's played so well, but that was very careless of Envy there. That's not like him. He's usually a very careful player. But
Yeah.
I think he thought he was safe with his E, the shield.
Exactly. Like
Did
it was
not expect
insane.
the
It was
flash.
insane. It props to Nero, my man. He was amazing in that fight. He just flashed behind the shield and just like smacked them in the face. He probably did
What
not
a
even
play.
expect that.
What a play, what a play. And look, Pantheon has Eclipse and Hex Drinker. Not the best items to fight a Set. Because Set's gonna soak up all that damage and return like twofold. I don't think he can stop him from taking the tower. No,
Yeah,
Set's
he's
just
just casually like,
ignoring
okay,
the
we'll
entry
hit the
now.
tower and then come and
Oh
fight.
my god! Look at that. He's half HP with just one W. Set's
Oh
gonna out.
my
Gonna try to
god.
take him down, but
Oh,
Lulu
the
is here.
polymorph!
Too greedy by Nero there.
But he
Actually,
did buy his
yeah,
team
by
some
his team,
space.
bought his team enough space to get mid tier 2, but Ornn is here, good engage.
Oh,
Maokai
nice cleanse.
ultimate there to bring out the Jinx. I think Jinx is gonna fall,
GG's.
nothing to do. Kane has to run away now. Syndra also needs to back up. Melio is gonna die to Envy now. No, actually knocks him back. User should have
Oh. I think there's
Nice.
some burn. I think it was demonic. I don't know what it was, but that was
Oh,
just
so close,
a
but
wasted Baron. But they did get 2 towers out of it. But I mean, they
yeah,
could have
but
done more if they had a better push and backed off.
sloppy by Revenant overstays there on the mid tower. After taking tower 2, they should not have pushed anymore. The call
Yeah,
should be
and
to
Jinx, on
immediately
the other
back
hand,
away.
had to use her. I was thinking it was cleanse, but no, I think it was a
That was
quick.
Melio ult.
Yeah.
Melio ult.
Oh, it was. Oh, wait. Melio has a built-in QSS.
Yeah, Milio ult is an AoE QSS.
What?
Yep.
Oh my god, I have to try this champion out. Like, it's just insane. Okay,
Yeah,
so that was the ult. I thought like she had cleanse, but now that I look at it, she just had heal, and I was like, where did the cleanse come from? But
no,
even through all
Milio.
of that, she couldn't survive it, right? Like, it was a
Yeah,
wasted Baron.
it was an overstay for sure by Revenants. They
I
made
think they
so
didn't
many good
expect
plays.
the kind of collapse that was like immediate. I think the Shurelias had something to do with it, maybe.
Maybe, and of course, Ornn can engage like long range
Yeah.
engage always. We can see now though, Ornn items are starting to come through. He's upgraded the ADC as well as the mid lane.
Oh, yeah.
So
The Eclipse, the infamous Eclipse, where you can just tank. But I think Set is good enough to. If Set was just left alone in a lane, I'm pretty sure he can just take down anybody at this point, except for Zeri, maybe, because of the range.
even the Zeri, I think Set can just walk off. Honestly, at this
I
point.
don't know, man. This champ just has way too much edge. Now you can see that they're actually trying to compete for the Drake. I think it's a wise decision to just give it up because they have no setup for this Drake. But they would still like to use their Maokai ultimate and
Yeah, they want the soul, but let's see what happens. Envy actually might go down, but no, Ornn actually comes in. It's a fight on so many fronts. Set finally falls, but been alive for so long. Flash W into the Jinx. Jinx might be falling now. Yep, they managed to close the gap. Red team tries to get to this Drake soul, but I think it's gonna be their end. Not something that they wanted. Set just
wait,
barely couldn't
how
get a
did
kill
Red even
there.
lose this fight? I think Melio was not involved. I think we have to turn on the objective timers. Let me just quickly turn that on.
Yeah, there. What we could have seen was Envy survived so long with that upgraded Eclipse shield as well as a shield that it allowed Ornn to actually come into the fight, land I think like a three-man knockup, which gave his team every advantage they needed to win the fight outright. And then Set actually went out to the backline to see what he could do. But then Set fell without getting much value. He delayed them, but that's about it. And yeah, that just gave Ace Phoenix all the time that they needed.
Yeah, I mean that was an interesting. Like I just blinked and the fight was over. I thought a Red won because they engaged into a Set who had like a Blade of the Ruin King and a Go Drinker. On top of it, he had Merc Treads and all of that beautiful items, and they still managed to lose.
Yeah, I think now with the Ornn items given
And
completely, this is gonna be very,
and you
very.
forget that they got the Mountain Soul as well. Now they have a shield on top
Oh
of it.
yeah, it's gonna be very hard. Syndra needs to have an impact, but her itemization at this point with the Zonya and the Shadow Flame, I don't know if she can one-shot someone. I would have liked to have seen instead of Shadow Flame, maybe a Death Cap, maybe a Void Staff, especially with how much MR they're gonna get with the stacking Haunted Soul. But Shadow Flame does have its uses. It gives you some magic pen when they're
Hmm,
shielded, and they're always shielded now, so
yeah, it's gonna be
might
a
have some value.
yeah. Now it's gonna be a Baron dance for the next I don't know how long till anybody makes a misstep and gets caught. And right now seems like the blue team has entire control over the Baron
Yeah,
side of the river.
I would
There
like
are
to see Red Team like teaming up with the Set and Kane to try and get things done. They're
oh
actually
look
that
at the
long
long
range
range on ultimate and the
and
Pantheon
the
to follow
Pantheon
it up.
follow-up just completely dies in between towers. That is so sad as an ADC. Set finally joins in the fight. Let's see if he can do something. Syndra comes in. Set is fighting in the front line. Actually gets something back. Envy falls. It's a 1-for-1 now. Mid laner for ADC. But tower also falls, and I think that was a good enough fight by Revenants that they hold off any further aggression from Phoenix.
Yeah, that was just beautiful. Like they see the Jinx and then they just engage, just hit their bottoms.
Immediately. Yep. That's the Ornn long range, and the Pantheon follow up is so quick. You can tell that these people have been a team for a long, long time. They have great coordination and complete trust in each other. And Red Team as well. The collapse from the Syndra from one angle and Set from the other to
Yeah.
force them to back in the
I
mid
think
lane.
Syndra really did save the fight there. Like if she
Yeah.
hadn't gotten that kill, they would have been demolished in that fight because Melio was like really close to like death. He was
Yes.
looking at death in the eye. but
Uh, Kane needs to get into these fights more. You can see that Set in the front line is doing quite a bit, And I think that's the perfect opportunity to Kane to get into that chaos, bring in a couple of multi-man knockups with his W. Let's
Yeah.
see what can go on. I think he's obviously trying his best to get the best targets possible. It's gonna be the Zeri that he wants to target always. Because Envy, after he goes in, I think the Syndra and Jinx is enough to deal with Envy. At this point in the game, it's 30 minutes in. Pantheon should have fell off, but it doesn't fall off exactly, but isn't that one-shot threat anymore.
No, I don't know. Like, they're trying to get control over the Baron area. Like you see, the wards immediately being cleared out. I think it's all gonna be about, like you said, Kane has to have an impact, and for that, he needs good flank angles. And I think the blue
Hmm.
team is trying to cover all their tracks. Make sure
Yeah,
that
and
nobody's there. Does he
especially
know
this
that
one.
the set is hiding here? Yeah, I think he has an inkling of an idea. Is he
Uh,
gonna
I
face check
don't
into the set? Oh, he does know
know.
he's here.
Yes, backup coming, but so does
And
the red team. I think Nero is
oh
strong
my
enough to
god,
actually
it
take the
could be
fight.
too
Goes
late.
into the backline. Zeri actually gets stunned by the set, but then Polymorph comes through. Annoying ability in the front. Syndra falls, but I think Set is gonna fall as well. No, takes out the Lulu too, 1 for 1. Going in the 1v3 right now. He actually falls. Maokai now in the backline. Kane needs to do something here to get onto the backline or peel for his Jinx. Jinx just trying to run away. Kane, I think, is gonna get run down here. Kane gets taken out. Double kill for the Zeri. 2 for 1 here.
Nice
Pantheon in a
knockup.
bit of trouble, but nice knockup there. Actually getting chased down by the Jinx now. Goes on to
Oh
Milios.
my
Zeri is
god, the
here and
damage.
he gets the kill back. And that's 4 for 1.
Okay.
Jinx trying
Oh,
to get something back. 4 for 2 of Henry falls there,
I don't know
but
how. Yeah, they
red team
cleverly backed off.
actually.
As soon as she got the excited, they backed off. I think it was a good call by Zeri. Now they're just gonna take the Baron for free. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
Revenants, they're having such a hard time taking money, bringing down this Ornn, Maokai, and Pantheon that are constantly diving the backline. And Set in that 1v3 in the backline, trying his hardest to get something back for his team, actually manages to kill the Lulu in that fight. But there's so much CC, so much shielding, and Zeri is so hard to catch up to with the Ghost. Shield Bow has Flash, has Lulu Ultimate, Lulu has a Polymorph. It's actually very hard for him. But
man, that
Kane,
was
I don't think he's
he
trying
is
to
not on
peel.
the right places at the right
Yeah,
moment. I believe
yeah.
he's being kind of caught off guard.
He's being a bit too passive in my opinion. He's trying to peel for his Jinx, who does have 3 items, but I think it would have been better if he dives the backline with his set to try and disrupt them even further. Let's see, Elder Dragon is up, and this, although the kills are 21 to 13, if you look at the gold, it's not
Not
too
that
far
far.
off.
Yeah,
And this far into the game, actually, gold leads stop mattering. It's more about who can play out the team fights better.
exactly. Like now that you look at it, 80 carries are almost like on even gold, and look at the items.
Yeah, 3 items for Jinx, 3 items for Zeri, but they're having such a hard time dealing with the Pantheon with the Death's Dance, Black Cleaver,
The
Hexdrinker. He has a lot of
Pantheon is
survivability.
surprisingly hugely tank. Are they just gonna give the Elder Dragon for free at this point? What?
No, if they give up the Elder Dragon, that's game set. Is a bit too early in that engage. I think he's just
Oh
gonna
my
fall.
god!
Trying to take out Lulu. The Gold Drinker is massive, but there's so much field, doesn't get anything done. On the other side, the red team's backline is just getting absolutely demolished. Potato falls, and Envy hasn't fallen yet, but there he goes. Finally, Kane once again stuck, not being able to do much, and once again, it's a 4 for 1 every fight. Ace Phoenix is just dominating the Revenants.
I am like
Oh,
I don't
Henry
know,
just says, my
speechless by
work
the
here is
timing
done.
of the
And this
polymorph.
is,
Like, what even? I think the set is a little bit frustrated, and it shows, right? Like every time he goes in, there's no backup for him.
yeah, he's trying his best to try and get some value in the backline with the lead he had built for himself. He fell behind so much and then fought so hard to get back into this game. But he's not getting the backup that he needs. Syndra is never in a position to actually hit the backline. Neither is the Kane. Always is just he's getting stopped all the time, and it's just always set
Yeah,
alone in
it's
the
a
backline.
little bit of a tech issue, I believe.
I think there was a pause, so yeah,
Oh,
there we go.
yeah, could be.
I
Yep,
think we're back
we're back
on.
online.
I think this should be the end of the game. Ace Phoenix has Elder Dragon now. All they need to do is march through mid, take the fight. They were already winning before this, and now they have Elder. Red team, it will be up to Revenants to try and stem the bleeding, try and make sure they live past the Elder Dragon.
Yeah, that
Just
was a anticlimactic end for the Kane pick, though.
yeah, he didn't really get to make much of an impact. He did in the early to mid once he got his form. He got a few good kills and a few good ganks. I don't know why his proactivity stopped there. They will obviously analyze the game and see what more he could have done. But right now it's about wave clear and making
Oh
sure they
no,
don't get
here
rope.
comes the death ball, the Pantheon
Yup,
with the Ornn.
and
You cannot ever go wrong with that combo.
yup, and with the Elder Drake, even between towers, there's nothing they can do. Maybe Envy falls, but nope. He has the Lulu. Oh, Lulu out's the wrong person actually, but Hex Drinker
It's
is enough
okay.
to
It's
keep
at
him
this
alive.
point, it doesn't matter, honestly. He's just gonna back off. I believe he has his. I mean, you don't even have to TP. Your team is gonna end it. They don't have their main carries.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a GG from the side of Ace Phoenix, I guess.
yeah, I don't think there's much that can be done. Set tries one last time to try and clear up the waves to delay the game a little bit, but they have an Ornn. I think they're just gonna tank through it. Yep, Maokai and Ornn just tanking through. Set, I feel so bad for Nero. He tried so hard this game, but his team just wasn't able to back him up enough in the fights. And he gets it's just a steamroll for Ace Phoenix. Even now the goal lead is 7k. Actually, Evidence respawn I think in time
I
to.
don't think so. I mean, at this point, they have Elder Drake and the
Oh yeah,
Baron. How are you
they
gonna fight
still
against
have
that?
Elder. Yeah, I don't think they can stop it. They're
Oh,
just
that's
petting
like
their
it's
KDA
just
just a little
farming
bit.
kills right now.
Yeah, they're just
Look at the
petting their
Lulu.
KDA.
He's also happy getting a couple kills.
Yep, and there we go. GG for Ace Phoenix. Very well played. The Pantheon mid lane coming in. Revenant
Yes, sir.
actually made them work for it a couple of times in that game. It looked like Revenants were actually gonna make a upset comeback there, no?
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't even know what happened. Like,
Yeah, it's just the actual team fighting of Ace Phoenix and their coordination was better. They stacked the Dragon Soul early enough where it mattered. And they had, even when Revenants fell behind, they had to contest the Dragon Soul. That led to awkward fighting where the set was going in a bit too early for his team to follow up. And the backline was getting constantly threatened by that Ornn ult, Pantheon ult, so many things flying through. It's just they got outplayed in the team fights.
yeah, it's. I mean, it looked like a very blow for blow game, like a very even game
Mhm.
in terms of gold at least until it wasn't, right?
Yeah,
And it's just like boom, and then you're lost. I mean, I can feel the sets little bit of frustration there at the end of the game, and the Elder Drake play, because he tried his best to get in the back line and try to do something, make
yeah,
something out of his lead.
yeah. He had that lead that he fought so hard to regain. If you remember the game in the early game, he actually fell behind pretty significantly. He made a great comeback, and it's just that there was so much going on in the backline. There was so much chaos. It's hard to keep up communications in that sort of situation. And the Jinx just got constantly targeted over and over and over again. Couldn't really do a whole lot in fights. Even with 3 items, you see the damage only 19,000. So,
Yeah.
great game for Ace Phoenix, though.
Yeah, I think they might even review their Melio pick because I didn't see much of an impact other than like getting lane prio, and they were quickly shut down by the roam from Envy as well. So I think they might even review that.
Yeah, Melio is, I feel like, very new. I don't think a lot of us have figured out the optimal way to play him.
Mhm.
Which might be, it will get solved as more and more people play it, more high elo players, pro players pick it up. We'll figure out the strats, what it goes best with. And but right now, yeah, Milio couldn't really have an impact, and Kane in team fights as well just could not have that. What can you say? When you have a red Kane, you want him in the backline disrupting people as much as possible. So yeah, there some of those picks were a bit questionable, but let's see what happens next.
Yeah, definitely, it's a match to watch because like I'm excited because I'm pretty sure these teams have something stacked up, to
Yeah, Revenants played the team fight. They played the laning phase and mid game really well. It's just that in team fights they got completely outclassed. Especially that death ball you were talking about, the Ornal from long range and Pantheon
that
diving
was
in.
like, poof. It's like, here's your jinx, and then next minute it's gone. Where is my
Yeah,
jinx? I'm
Pantheon
pretty.
just demolished the backline there.
Yeah, man. I did not expect Pantheon to be that tanky. With the Eclipse and the little bit of Death Dance also coming in, it was just impossible to kill him. I think even, Potato Monster would review his, choice of summoner spell, even though you have, like you said, a QSS from Melio's ultimate. Like, I think he could have gone with the cleanse. At least he could have gone, like, immediately out of Orn's
Yeah,
ult or like something.
if you have your own cleanse, it's always faster than telling your support to like cleanse this,
Exactly.
cleanse that. Especially with the Pantheon diving, you have to do it immediately, or else you're gonna get bursted down.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. I mean, let's not take it away from the side of Ace Phoenix as well. They amazingly got the lead. They didn't like exactly get a huge lead, but they knew they had a good game plan coming in. Even the level 2 ganks, unexpected kind of plays from the
Mhm.
jungler. It was a beautiful game overall from Ace Phoenix's end, and I'm really hopeful that Revenants will come up with some kind of strat of their own.
Yes, we'll be looking forward to the next game, and I think that's it from us now for game number one. While we go on to a small break, we'll be back with the next game as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Take it to the next level. 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 Level, 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 level.
Uh,
Welcome back,
welcome back.
guys, to SMG Summer Cup, where we were in the middle of Ace Phoenix versus Revenants. Ace Phoenix took the first game 1-0, and we're just waiting for the second game to start, and we'll get you into draft as soon as we can to show you guys what adjustments they've been making, if any at all. Will the Revenants try it back again? And Ace Phoenix looked very comfortable in their team fighting, so let's see what they will do this time as well. I'm actually excited to see what goes on, especially that Pantheon in the mid lane was very, very exciting.
Yeah, like that was. I think it was a signature pick that is to be expected out of it. I was hoping at least they'll ban the Pantheon this time, but I think they might have an interesting answer to it. And I don't know about these Kled and Zinzao bans.
It's most likely directed at someone who they don't want to face a Kled right now because it's actually really obnoxious. Same way how Pantheon works actually. Just put him mid. He has good lane priority and he can roam anywhere he wants and have so much impact. He's stanky, does a lot of damage, he can dive the backline. And there we go. The ban comes
Yep,
through.
expected this one out of them. At least, like, they know
I
what they're talking about.
Phoenix bans it themselves. Instead, yeah, this maybe they're like, okay, because they have first pick now, Revenants are on the blue side. They probably don't want them to have that. So let's see what gets picked up. Jinx R1, blind Jinx again. They are confident with the Jinx, even though it didn't have the best outcome last time. But let's see, maybe they're gonna make some adaptations to make sure the Jinx can have a better impact. Pick 1 and 2 from the red side. Let's see what they counter with. Personally, if they've already shown Jinx and Zeri works so well, I would just go for the 1-2 bot support. There we go. Zaya Rakan is very, very strong right now. I wonder if we'll see Rakan picked up.
Yeah, did have like a mini buff, I believe.
And
Um,
Rakan with Zaya, even if Rakan by himself isn't in the best place, with Zaya is actually really strong.
oh,
There we
like you
go.
said,
Zaya Rakan 1-2.
unquestionable. Oof.
And
Someone did.
immediate.
Yeah, someone did say in the chat that Yasuo and Diana is open. Could we expect that right here?
Maybe, or maybe they want to keep that flexibility. Cause nope, never mind. Yeah, Yasuo Diana just gets completely slammed 2 and 3. Let's see what they answer back with here. Yasuo Diana, you want something maybe that can disrupt that engage a little bit, but you already have a Rakan.
I
A
mean,
Mordekaiser would be really good actually to just take
ah,
one of those out in the team fight to make sure that combo never lands. Let's
true,
see what they
true.
answer with. Here, there we go.
Oof. Okay, you like predicting this like a pro. Damn. Yeah, I
So
mean, I'm also thinking that they probably feel bad that they banned the Pantheon because Pantheon could also potentially be a good answer into Yasuo, right? Early game, you have that kill potential in level 2 if you have an
yeah,
ignite.
of course, all the time that's a possibility. Right now, then, since they have a Diana, Yasuo, and Jinx picked, they're probably going to start targeting. There we go, the top jungle
Ooh,
flexes. Uh,
okay.
as the draft goes through, guys, make sure in the comments you let us know which draft you prefer and which team you think is going to walk away with the victory this time. And their envies Akali gets taken off the board. That's one of his most signature picks. He's
Hmm.
very comfortable on that champion, so no wonder that gets taken out. Let's see the last few bans, and like I talked about, the top jungle, top mid kind of flex-ish picks are getting taken off. They don't want to target a support because support pool has so many things you can play. There's no real reason to ban out support. Stop gets taken out. The Olaf and the Jax, very meta picks, very strong, gets taken away.
Yes,
And
and I'm curious as I think it's gonna be another mid lane ban right here because like they
yeah,
just don't want to deal with any of those problematic champions. But no, they ban a Maokai. Interesting. They
long
think,
range engage,
yeah,
point and
yeah.
click CC. You
It
saw the
was
effect it had.
yes, it was a little bit of I don't know problematic thing for
Yeah,
them.
definitely. Karma gets taken. So Karma mid lane, I presume.
Oh, Karma into Yasuo, the OG matchup. Hmm.
Yeah, that's always really interesting. But I don't know what build N is gonna go for here. Is it gonna be the sort of tankish karma, the one-shot karma? You can.
I
There's a
don't
lot of
personally prefer the tank karma. It's just bullshit. At least either go support or AP. No
all right.
tank, please.
The last two picks,
Oh,
Blitzcrank.
okay. Interesting picks coming in, and a Silas to top it all off. Like, where does the Silas go? Mid or top?
You can actually pick anywhere. Silas has he's some pretty good ultimates. The Rakan ultimate is really good with him. The Mordekaiser ult to single out someone. Master
Master
Yi!
E? Okay, this getting
What
spicy right
a
here.
pick right now.
I don't know about that last pick, but I think they do have some kind of a plan going in. I least expected Master E because, like, I don't know, he's not even in the conversation in the current meta right now, but like, they have a
No,
plan.
Mastery is really not in the conversation, and Mastery is really bad without an enchanter. So I think we're gonna see a support karma coming through to buff up this Mastery Mordekaiser Zaya to
Oh,
hard carry.
yeah, that's
But
gonna be hard. Looks like Nero's gonna carry the Silas forward in the mid lane, and it's gonna be a top lane Yasuo.
yeah, so guys, make sure you let us know which team you like more, which team you think is gonna win, and as well as what you think of their drafts. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow SMG and all of their socials to make sure you catch more tournaments and more spicy picks like this Master Yi that came through.
Yeah, I mean, while we are waiting for the game to load, let's just like talk about what is this comp even like. I don't see any of it synergizing except for maybe Zion Rakan. I don't know, like.
Zyraka definitely bot lane really strong, team fight really good. Mordekaiser, like I said, to break up one of that combo, alt away either the Diana or the Yasuo. Karma, I kind of get it, is versatile. You can do a lot of things. Mastery does not fit at all. I don't know where that Master Yi
Yeah,
pick came
it
from.
would be it would be interesting, right? If, hear me out,
Spicy.
if they go tank Master E, because regardless of like what you build on E, he's does damage, right?
But if we look at the Revenant's team comp, they don't have a point and click to stop the Yi except Blitzcrank's
Hmm.
E,
Ultimate maybe, yeah.
the punch and the Blitzcrank ultimate. There's the Diana
Hmm.
ultimate. There's Yasuo knockup and Silas E. There's a lot. There is CC. It's not like they don't have any CC at all, but it's gonna be hard to lock up a Yi to time the Diana ult with Master Yi's Alpha Strike is hard. With Silas, it's hard. So let's see what they come up with. It's kind of what a pick. I did not expect that to come through.
It is gonna be a head scratcher for the side of Revenants for sure. Like E, Master E, like what? How did this even come about? Like probably could be that Ace Phoenix just want to throw it out there. It's probably their strategy to try out how E works out in their comp. Maybe they just won one game and they don't mind losing in one game and go maybe even 1-1, and they just wanted to try out this pick. But I don't know. Like you said, there's no point in click on the other side. Maybe if Silas steals the Rakan's quickness, he can do something with Mastery. But again, it all comes down to whether you're in alpha or not.
Yeah, it also comes down to whether you yourself an alpha or not to actually just dive into the
Oh,
backside like that.
damn! The nice puns, nice puns. Yeah, you gotta be the alpha, the giga chat of the team to be like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna alpha 5 people and like, start hitting the ADC, and probably I die or probably I pop off, right? It's either pentakill or it's either
It's just grief. It's just complete
yeah,
end.
you're griefing your team at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am excited to see how.
Yes, Silas is also very interesting. We've been talked so much about the Yi, we didn't even mention the Silas.
But
Silas
I
is
don't.
also very interesting.
Yeah, it is. But like I can see that they don't have much of a ultimates to steal except for maybe Rakan and, as you said, Mordekaiser as well. But like like maybe if they had a good jungle like say Malphite even, that would have been an amazing ultimate to take away.
Yeah,
right?
usually you only see being picked up when there's a Malphite being played, because
Hmm.
you want that
Or a
Malphite.
Sejuani, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but interesting to see it into. I guess it's gonna be Mordekai's a top side, and I don't know how that would work out because Silas, after he gets a few items, can actually duel pretty well, but
Yeah.
Mordekaiser is the OG top lane of our communities, right? Especially in like this sort of subcontinent, you see it all the time.
Yeah, and even with Orn, right? Ogria was like 1v1ing the set before he got one item. And like, I'm wondering here whether, he just wanted to, like, this guy is not that good. I might just even try to
Yeah,
1v1 him and get some couple of kills and I can carry it.
yeah, maybe it's just a disrespect thing, but let's see
Yeah.
how it goes. With the spectate once again, when the game starts, it
Yeah.
does bug out a
We have a
bit.
little bit of spectate delay, so yeah, let's just, I don't know. This is just like completely out of the box. I did not, when I decided to cast this game, I did not expect Master E at all in the pick, right? That
Yeah,
was just completely insane out of the team. But let's
yeah,
just dive right in to the game, and we have it ready, I believe.
yeah. Let's get into game right now, and what a spicy game we have cooking for you guys. And let's take a look at the keystones a little bit. Envy with the grasp on Karma. So I think it's something that you're going to hate, Hikari, if I'm honest with
Yeah.
you.
Oh my god, please not the tank karma.
It's
Not
a
that.
it's grasp, so unfortunately, Hikari, I think it's gonna be tank Karma.
Oh
Uh,
god. But
Beyond that,
I
everything else is pretty standard throughout.
Yeah, it is. Like I am disappointed. I'm disappointed, Envy. You played an amazing Pantheon, but Karma tank? Come
I
on, man.
expected better from you.
Yeah, and once again we can see both of the teams posturing towards the middle of the map right now. The
They see them on the
red team don't
wall.
want to engage, no, aggressively invade, but I mean with the blitzcrank, it's like I call it the blitzcrank syndrome. Like
Yeah, you have to, right?
you
You
have
have
to,
to
you
defend
have
them.
to, right? You can't stop yourself.
And the Winter Blessed Diana skin's actually really nice. If she gets a penta, there's a special effect. Did you know?
I did not know that. I didn't even know that there was a skin for like there was this kind of a
Yeah,
Diana skin. Like man, there are so many skins of late. I am just not
yeah,
even able to
the
keep up.
yeah. This Diana skin, if you get a pentakill, like it starts snowing on Summoner's Rift.
Ooh, damn, that's actually pretty OP. It's gotta be like what, legendary or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's legendary. So let's see if the Revenants can actually show us that, or will they get outplayed again in the team fights as we get truly into the game of Ace Phoenix versus Revenants as the match starts. Nero actually playing mid lane this time,
Oh.
and Yasuo goes top side.
Yeah, let me just
I
quickly adjust the characters right here. It's
maybe they
unexpected.
expect maybe Revenants were expecting the Karma top, and that's why Nero picked up the Silas to have a decently easy laning phase. But they saw that
Hmm.
Envy has on the Karma, and
Is it
they
gonna be one of the cases where they constantly keep switching lanes? I don't know.
maybe, but let's see how the game goes. Right now, it's pretty standard. Yasuo into Mordekaiser, I definitely prefer the Mordekaiser early. That grass proc is so annoying on Karma.
Oh man, that's just. This is one of the reasons why I hate tank karma. Like, you are absolutely obnoxious in lane, but I don't know. Maybe if he decides to build some
Actually,
tank.
Yasuo goes
Oh,
pretty aggressive.
level 2 going all in. Is he gonna get the kill? He does not have an ignite. If only. And look at that Aztec Crusher trying to go
Actually
proactive.
goes in, yeah.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god, Mastery
Oh no.
first
Oh no, it's gonna be a
blood!
disaster.
Diana
Maybe.
wants the kill back, actually gets one back, but
But
double kill for Mastery. But on the
okay.
top side, the kill didn't come through.
Uh,
Yasuo tried really hard to push that level 2 advantage, didn't have the ignite, couldn't kill Mordekaiser, but that's a bit of a disaster to give Mastery 2 kills so early on.
yeah, man, that's just the one thing that you gotta avoid in this game. Guys, don't give Master E
Mastery
early game
kill.
kills. That
Oh
was the
my
one
god.
criteria, and they failed spectacularly. But it was a good proactive gank, like we were saying. Last match, Ashton Crusher did not have that much of an impact, and this time he decided to start early. But I think kind of read by Ace
Nero,
Phoenix.
actually, Nero's getting some good damage onto Envy, but now gets traded back pretty heavily. With Silas into any kind of mid-lane matchup, this is how it goes. Until level 6, you're gonna get poked, you're gonna get a bit
Oh,
chunked, but
he is going to go aggressive, but nope, he just gonna clear out the wave. I mean,
yeah,
like you were saying, right? Like Silas is a very aggressive laner, and he just wanna be in your face all the time. And they also did blow, even though there was, double kill given to the Master E. You can see that they have blown both of their summoners while the Silas still has his flash. That's an
yeah,
advantage.
that might be some he might be looking to exploit, but it's gonna be hard for him. He needs to constantly find this fight. The last few engages were actually pretty good encounters, but this mastery getting so accelerated is gonna be
Yeah, a
a bit of a
pain.
problem for the Revenants. But let's
Yes,
see how they
I'm
deal with
in
it.
Spain without the S. That's how it's gonna be for a little while, unless your Diana also gets fed. I mean,
Yeah, Diana did get that early kill, so that's also important. Yasuo in an
oh,
extended
Diana
fight actually
is.
wins. Diana is here, but so is Envy. Gets pulled back. Yasuo wants to do what he can to make some space for his jungler and manages to get away. Envy's roam timing is a bit weird, but he did push it in. But Blitzcrank gets engaged on, takes a bunch of damage as chunk, but I think that's about it. Nothing
I don't
much
think there's
else.
gonna be any kind of action in the trend. I am calling it right now. It's gonna be a top focus game entirely because the way Yasuo was playing, he was like in the mindset of like, I gotta carry this game. I gotta do something. We have to play towards top side. And Diana and Yasuo together are a very strong duo, and they had to capitalize on this. So Diana is gonna pretty much not even bother unless there is an opportunity that automatically presents itself in the bot lane, and it's a pretty hard lane to gank as well. Zaya and Rakan, like, what can you do?
Yeah, definitely. Rakan has so much mobility. You need that Blitzcrank hook to land out to Zaya, not the Rakan. So let's see
Yep.
how it goes down. And we constantly poking and prodding to get Nero's health bar down. And you can
Yeah.
see Broken Blade always looking to try and see because Nero has been playing so aggressively. So I think that's a lane that he can target to make sure he gets something done. But I think, bot side now. Did he start Drake or is he just warding? I think.
Yep, he did start the Drake. I mean, they do have the bot in priority. They just pushed right in, and they can just rotate back to the Drake and an easy Drake take by the
Yeah,
red
but
side
Diana
team.
is here and Blitzcrank is also rotating in. If you
They
look at the
are trying to
minimap,
collapse, but it's a little bit too late. I mean, it's a Master E. What do you expect?
yeah, he gets the trick,
Okay.
but Rakan ultimate in to try and get them some kills. Broken Blade gets
Oof,
pulled in.
oof. Oh my god,
So
that was
many
just like.
kills. Diana actually gets the kill. Now it's advantage for the Revenants. 4v3. Wants to get a kill onto Envy. Potato actually chasing down. Gets excited. Wants to get this kill even further. Stun onto Invoker. Can Potato get the kill again? Nero gets that kill. But absolute domination by the Revenants there to get so many kills back. Very greedy by Ace Phoenix to actually get that Drake with so many people actually nearby. And they get heavily punished for that one Drake.
Yeah. They did lose the Drake, but they got a lot more on their favor. Like I said, Diana is already 2 kills, and on top of that, she has some bounty on her head. I mean, Ihu, Master Ihu, he is just gone.
These two kills gets completely answered straight away, and Dan is actually further ahead than the E right now with those 2 assists. And if I was the Diana, I would be telling my team to constantly pressure this E because I'm strong enough to face him now. Because
Yeah.
that advantage gets washed out completely, and Envy being on Karma isn't the most. What can I say? Dynamic
Uh,
mid laner isn't doesn't really have kill threat,
yeah, look at her.
especially
She
with
already got a sweeper. She is there. She is like the Master E's personal support.
Yeah, Pocket, you can see her going for the support build. Penderglass Mirror picked up.
Yep.
Nero trying to trade heavily onto this. He actually played that fight really well. That Drake fight, stealing the Rakan out,
Ooh.
getting that engage off, trying to always. Oh, good stun! Envy
Oh
might
my
be the
god, is
combo.
this a kill? Nope.
No! Nero messes up the Q, shortens the Q, doesn't use the full range, and Ye walks away. Envy walks away. On the other side, Yasuo's too close to his tower to actually be in lethal range, so
Yes.
Mastery tried something, didn't really work out. Interrupts the back, but I don't know if he knows it's there. Takes a
But this
hammer,
could be a
bonks the face.
potential gank down mid, maybe. I think NB did blow his flash to escape from, certain
Yes,
death.
he did.
So yeah, that's there. Once again, a summoner spell I wouldn't say advantage, but still, like, there's a
It's gonna
potential for
come back.
Diana to show up in the lane.
Yeah, it's gonna come back before the karma, and he knows that. So if he can time his flash and then call the Diana over when Envy won't have his, so that can be an opportunity. You don't see this often. Silas in lane with the CS lead.
Yes. But like
And the top
again, they
side is a 30 CS lead though. That early back really hurt. And Yasuo getting a good advantage here.
yes, Yasuo is playing a really amazing laning. The way he manages his wave as well, just on the right time to be under his tower. Like, there's so many opportunities for E
Diana's
to
actually
get.
getting
Oh my
collapsed
God,
on.
is this gonna be? But there is a.
Diana actually in the middle of so many people has to flash but gets immediately
Did
Mordekaiser
E
ulted.
just flash over after the Mordekaiser's ultimate?
Maybe he
But
thought a collapse was coming through, but that's a
yeah.
Diana shutdown for the Mordekaiser. That's gonna feel really good, especially when you are behind CS like that. And the Diana was actually looking for something but gets collapsed in his own jungle, where Silas had so much priority mid lane. That's a bit unfortunate, but now
Oh,
Yasuo knows Mordekaiser doesn't have ult. I think if that tornado lands, Yasuo goes in.
Oh, but E is posturing right here. He knows that there's something gonna go on this side of the map, and he's trying to, cover up
Yes,
his top lane, trying to help him push down the minions. And you can see Karma also hovering. Are they trying to go for a dive here?
but I think
This
Karma's
time,
gonna get collapsed on. Yep,
oh
Diana
my
ult
God,
goes
Envy.
down, Silas stun as well. There's the
That
Yasuo ultimate and the Mastery 7. They
yeah.
punish
So
Envy
ultimate
for
was
his
a little
own.
bit of an overkill, but
Blitzcrank
still.
in the bush, Blitzcrank in the bush actually gets it onto the Zaya. Zaya stuck in the Jinx ultimate. He manages to use his old ultimate
Oh,
to try and get away, but Jinx firing away once again that kill on Invoker. Invoker finally falls. Apologies, he wasn't stuck in Jinx ultimate. That was Jinx traps in the middle of the fight. Got a
the
bit too excited
chompers.
there.
Yeah, I
Nope.
understand. It was like just back to back action, right? Like just as we were seeing the player go down top, we were appreciating how, Ace Phoenix were collapsing on the Diana, capitalizing on the push from the mid lane. Immediately they lose out. And that was a little bit too greedy from the Karma to just try and push Yasuo. She could be getting, okay, nice dodge from the chains. She can
Yeah, but
relatively go. Oh
it's
my
she's
god, the damage is
yeah,
just
Envy's
insane.
gonna lose out on every single one of these trades he takes because his build just doesn't have the damage. He's playing support karma, and Silas every time Silas engage, Envy just has to dodge around and pray that he misses and walk back. That's the price you pay for playing support karma mid. Unfortunately, uh, that's the
Yeah.
trade-off that you give for getting another support in the mid lane. On the other side, Yasuo just pushing ahead.
Yep.
And let us know what you think about the game so far. This Master Epic, do you think it's gonna work out, or do you think the Yasuo Diana combo is gonna dominate the game? So let us know in the comments in YouTube, and just let's get going. Hikari, if I can request the objective timers to be shown on screen
All
for us
right.
and the viewers. Thank you.
So, yeah, like there was an overall action going on, and we didn't even get to break down the Blitzcrank play. Like, it was an insane flash into the silence from him, which netted them the kill down bot, and they immediately capitalized on it
Oh,
by
actually,
releasing the
was
error.
under tower. This guy didn't even have to flash. He just ran at them because he was in the bush. And Zai didn't realize Yasuo ulti, but really close under the Mordekaiser tower. I don't know if he wants this. Lands
Oh!
another
Okay, he
tornado.
does not take the ultimate. I was just expecting him to go in right there.
He already ulted and then tried to see
Oh,
if
he
he could.
did. Okay, my
Yeah,
bad. I didn't notice it.
no, it's fine. Tried to see if he could get something more. And what do you think, Hikari? Do you think this mastery can be enemy team mastery or your team mastery?
Okay, it's out for debate at this point. Look at the quietly how Silas has been building up. Was that a rod stack going on for the Silas?
Uh, maybe the Rod of Ages definitely. In this game, I would have
Oh my
liked
god,
to.
Karma is just casually walking into a Diana.
Yeah, but Diana doesn't really want the fight because,
Ooh,
oh, never mind. All's in, but Mordekaiser's shield is so strong. Yasuo wants to get the stacks, but his Diana's dying. Yasuo just
damn.
runs away.
That is definitely the enemy team mastery.
Yeah,
One
that's
alpha,
good.
one alpha, one al. Okay, he runs out of his ultimate. He just has to walk back in shame.
But a bit of miscommunication there. I don't think Yasuo wanted to go in for Revenants, but the Diana was there and he just ults the Mordekaiser who just
Oh,
shields right
a
away.
missed engage
Rakan!
by the Rakan. Could the
X
Jinx
might be
get?
in some
Oh
trouble.
my
Jinx
god!
ultimate actually gets it down. Zaya now has to ult. Potato flashes out of the way of the ultimate. On
Damn.
the other side, Silas once again onto Envy wants to get this kill really badly, but just can't do it. But this time, Potato shows why he picked up his Jinx last time, having an insane lane phase with this Blitzcrank.
Yeah, and they get the first turret bonus gold as well, right when they were plating. They and look at the mid turret is almost close to going down, and the top turret as well, if I'm not wrong. Yasuo did get a couple of plates, and they're choosing to stay back for some reason.
Yeah, I think
They saw the
decided.
wave, and then they just wanted to. Okay, Silas.
Yeah, they saw the wave and they also saw mastery mid lane, so no real threat coming through. There's no way that enemy bot lane comes back to lane that fast. So they just push one more lane and now one more wave and now they're back in.
All right, but now that the bot lane is down and top lane is in almost half health, I think they might try to rotate their bot towards top lane and try to double down on the advantage that they have in top lane. Even though you can see how Mordekaiser may have 2 kills, but look at his CS. Like,
Yeah, that CS is not great. He's being zoned away from his own farm by
and
Yasuo
he.
constantly
Oh
fighting. There's
my
the
god!
ultimate. He's looking for the kill, has lethal tempo completely stacked.
Did he?
Good pull back. The shield comes through. Yasuo might be going down.
Ah,
What a play by the
wow!
Mordekaiser.
These teams
Mordekaiser.
just don't stop. They don't give us a break to even, you know.
Yeah, while that was happening, Jinx gets another kill and another tower. This Jinx is so fed. It's gonna be up to
Yes.
this Master E and Mordekaiser to try and shut him down because the Zaya is just so far behind. It's gonna be a non-factor this game for a very long time.
Hey, is he
TP,
gonna get
like,
cancelled? Oh my god.
he gets
Did he?
cancelled,
Wait,
but
how?
after
Oh,
the
that was an
ultimate,
interesting interaction. I did not even know that
yeah,
was possible, but he pays with his
but
life for that.
yeah, I don't know if that was worth it. He was just going bot.
Yeah, I thought,
He
okay, fine, he got out, and then it immediately shows up in some other way. Okay, Blitz going in
okay, this
fearlessly.
going in. Diana out, and
Oh
there's the
my
Rakan
god,
ultimate as
the
well.
Rakan
Rakan
is
trying to
absolutely
escape.
squishy.
But Nero is here in time and Potato so huge gets the double kill. The Jinx
Oh my
after
god,
Ace
this
Phoenix, no fear.
Jinx.
Wants to get onto the Zaya, but did he bite off more than
Okay,
he can chew? Envy is here. Zaya ultimate going down, and that's the shutdown for Zaya. Potato too greedy there. Wants to find more, but goes and dies. Gives over a bit of a shutdown goal.
this is the
Unfortunately.
classic hyper carry syndrome.
Yeah,
Hyper carry excitement. Like, oh my god, a kill, okay, another kill. Now,
yeah, gets the double and chases after Zaya, pulls down the exhaust and wants to go for the solo kill. Didn't realize Envy was so close by. Ends up giving up a lot of the shutdown goal to Zaya. Nero, actually, no fear, does not care about this Mordekaiser, but maybe he should. Mord is actually winning out on this trade.
I don't
Nero
think he
needs
has
to
any
fight now.
ultimates. Oh my god, that
Yeah,
shield is just disgusting.
yeah, Nero's running out of cooldowns,
Maybe
but
when
he
his
gets them back.
okay.
Yeah,
I don't
that-
know. I don't
oh,
know.
Jinx ultimate.
Almost too close, too close. But that shield, man, that shield is just too much.
That's
Oh, ultimate on the
so
Master
that's
E.
a good ultimate, but there's so many
That was a
players
beautiful smite
nearby.
by Broken Blade to just save
I,
himself from the.
I don't know if he can get the kill.
Oh,
He gets a kill back in a 1v3, trying to escape
is
now.
he gonna?
Diana goes in, but can't save his Yasuo. But Diana
Damn.
ultimate again to try and get the Envy. Envy falls. 3 quick kills for the Revenant. Yasuo survives the 1v3 for so long. Actually gets a kill back there. What a play.
Yeah, like that is definitely not the 20 and 20 and 0 and 20 Yasuo power spike. Sorry. That was
Yeah,
like the enemy team Yasuo at this point.
yeah, what a play by him. But we can't understate the 6-1 Jinx now. The
Yeah,
only threat on Ace Phoenix side from the Jinx is this 4-1 Mordekaiser.
the only thing that Jinx has to do right now is just play safe, stay behind your blitz, wait for the Diana or the Yasuo to go in, and then you go in with like your long range, what is that? Pow Pow?
Yeah, rockets, right? I forgot the
Yeah,
rockets name.
I think it's Pow Pow. I don't know. But yeah, Arcane season 2 coming up soon. Maybe you'll get refreshed.
Yes, now
Uh,
the thing is, the problem for Ace Phoenix is they didn't draft an Arcane champion. How will they win?
exactly. Really. Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah. And they
Revenants
are
has an
not
Arcane
not
champ.
just Arcane. They don't even have like a Piltover or a Zone champ. They're all like
Uh,
Team Demacia or something.
yeah, they don't have any Arcane champions. Envy constantly running from Nero this
Oh
match,
my
but
god.
Nero giving him no space. The stun just misses by a few inches, and Envy gets away with it. Oh, the Rocket is known as Fishbones, as a good friend of
Oh.
mine
Oh, so the
is
Pow
so
Pow
kind to
is
me.
the minigun. Okay, got it.
Yeah, good friend of mine lets me know. Shout out to Shafi. He's actually one of our more interesting Mastery players, and I think you'll be watching this game with a lot of excitement to see what Broken Blade can do. On the other side, this Mordekaiser are just getting absolutely destroyed by the Yasuo, but gets the shield. Rakan is here to back up his top
Oof.
laner. Yasuo flashes away. Luke goes for another tornado. Can't get it. But now Envy gives up the speed boost to try and chase down the Yasuo. Yasuo just hits him with the Mastery 7 as he walks away.
It's just casually after the entire thing goes down, flashes his mastery and just casually walks out of the fight. But let's talk about the Mordekaiser, silent but deadly. Like he has racked up 4 kills, and he's already on en route to finish his, what do you call that? Thornmail, I believe so.
I
Or
don't think
he's
it's a
probably stopped the
tournament.
Thornmail and he's going to the
Yeah,
other item. Yeah,
he's
because
probably.
Diana is also equally strong. And why did Diana build? Is it the new build of Diana where you build Frozen Heart?
Well, to explain the builds a little bit, Mordekaiser is probably going Jack Show, which is the build
Ah.
right now. Allies into Jack Show protein, which is really, really strong, gives you a lot of damage, a lot of survivability.
Mhm.
As for Diana, I think because there's a Master Yi on the enemy team, that's why
You
he
just go
wants.
in.
Yeah, that's why you get the Frozen Heart to try and stop him as much as possible. The Nashers into Frozen Heart, interesting, but I would have preferred another damage item to make that combo even deadlier. Let's see what
Yeah.
he goes for next, though. He has the alternator, maybe what do you call it? Protobelt or Night Harvester will be his build. Yasuo, though, goes for the Bork build, which is really, I like it. It gives you good early power spike.
Oh,
This
that's just
time,
like a casually caught up in the chompers. Will he be chased down?
Derek,
He's dangerously low. There's karma coming in from behind. I would have liked the E to come in. But there's
that's
a
the
Mordekaiser
what
teleporting.
the
Could
win!
he?
Oh!
That was just 1 second away.
They want the engage now
Okay,
because the
E.
Mordekaiser is here. Yi goes in, gets immediately silenced though, but Mordekaiser is here. It's a 4v5. Diana! Insane combo! There we see the Diana Yasuo absolutely just destroys Ace Phoenix. Aced completely there. That's the power of that combo. The Mastery 7
Ooh.
flashes going out. What a play by the Revenants.
Yep, they're just gonna casually dab on their victory, I guess.
What
And
an
it's only, remind
game.
you, it's only 21 minutes into the game, and then they're just demolishing. And not to, take it away from the Blitzcrank as well, his hooks has been on point. Like, he has been there
I
for
think
the
that's
team.
it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
that's just
21 minute,
GG.
22-minute end of the game.
What?
All right. I
What a
guess.
game! Wow, Revenants make a statement comeback and they're here to play.
Yeah, like I don't know how this team is like getting away with this, but yeah, they did get the Yasuo and the Diana. I mean, you were supposed to expect that, right? Like, look at the
Yes,
damage. Look at the amount of damage that the Yasuo brought out.
even in the last fight, Ace Phoenix were winning right until that champion wombo combo comes in and their health bars just completely melt. So 1-1 now, and what a game! And that's all for game 2. And I think we're gonna have to end it here and bring you guys to game 3 as soon as possible. And this is turning out to be what a game it's turning out to be, Hikari.
Yeah, I just can't, take a break from what these guys are having up their sleeve, like Yaso Diana. People called it out in the chat, and then it just came up. And it, what a game! Like you said, like everything was just absolutely planned. I think they might be rethinking their E pick because like it doesn't always work out, or maybe they just wanted to try it out a little bit before they, decide. They already in their minds are like, okay, let's go game 3, just like throw this one for free or something like that. But yeah, I'm hoping to see something more coming out of Ace Phoenix as well, like interesting drafts, or possibly another Diana ban or a Yasuo ban in the third game.
Yeah, let's see what adaptations they go for, and as we sign out from game 2 and go on our way for game number 3.
Yep, let's just go to a short break, and then we will be catching you up on the other end with game number 3 between Ace Phoenix and Revenants. And the score right now is tied up. Let's see.
Take it to the next level. 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 Level, 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 level,
back.
Welcome back, everyone, as we get ready for the next game between the Revenants and Ace Phoenix. We saw Revenants make a great comeback in game two, so let's see what they can do in this next game.
Yep, and we are immediately into draft. I just cannot wait what is gonna happen. Interestingly enough, and not surprising, Kled ban.
Yeah, the Kled ban keeps coming through, which makes me wonder if Revenants do have a Kled 1 in their team.
Wait, I
As
forgot. I think we do have a side swap. I will
The
just quickly
warrior's
update
spirit
that.
is never broken.
And on the other side, we see once again Zinzao getting taken off, and Gwen got taken off as well. And we're just gonna wait a little bit to see how
No
this
spark
draft
between us
gets
anyway.
going.
Yep.
Ignorant thrall.
Okay, we do have a Gwen and a Zeri ban. Okay, this time around Zeri.
Yeah, very finally getting taken off. It's such a strong pick, and we always seem to see it. And there we go. Pantheon gets taken away, which is unsurprising. Had such an impact last time we saw the Pantheon in game number one. So I'm not surprised that the Pantheon gets taken away. So let's see the first round pick. The Wukong comes through, the blind pick Wukong, and on the other side, I expect to see their bot lane being picked up 1 and 2. Let's see if they do
Yeah.
it just like that. Let's see if
Maybe
they
the
do it.
Jinx again.
Perhaps the Jinx had such a good comeback game in game number two compared to her impact in game one. So maybe Potato is just confident enough to pick it up once again. So let's see what happens as they're taking their time, they're deliberating. No, the
Ooh,
Graves comes in.
interesting. We're gonna see an entirely different comp, aren't we?
Hopefully, so that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, no random SB just spams it.
Yeah, I
But
don't think so. I think this is gonna be a jungle Wukong, and that's
yeah,
just. I
let's
think
see.
the
Graves
Graves
and
pick could be an answer to Wukong. You know, in
yeah,
response. Okay,
you could.
choose.
We have seen Graves in the jungle quite a lot, especially with the Shield Bow Bloodthirster build. But let's see where this Graves goes as the draft progresses. We see a Tristana get picked up, another hyper carry champion that is so dependent on the, just like Jinx can get so many resets to just keep chasing after you. So let's see how they answer this time. Ace gets the Jinx. They take the Jinx that was left open for them, and they go for their powering the Blitzcrank. Do we just get a reversal of draft?
This could be interesting, but I don't think Blitz is that good of a pick against a Tristana. I'm not sure. Okay, a Taric, that could be interesting.
Derek is very interesting because he's really hard to like play properly, especially because your stun takes such a long time to actually proc. And Tristana has jump, Graves can also dash. So
Yeah.
that's two champions.
Okay. This is just wild. Each team howling the Blitzcrank, like daring to pick.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's showing off his champ pool a little bit, hovering over many supports, trying to decide what he's gonna go for. Amumu, he
I don't
actually
even know. I
never
don't even
died.
want to guess. Is it gonna be an Irelia? Okay, no.
No,
Ends up
this can
picking up
get
the
taken.
Blitzcrank.
So both
Yeah,
sides pick up their bot lane early and their jungle. Although Graves can be played solo lane, but I doubt we're gonna see a solo lane Graves.
yeah,
So
like you said, right? Like this Tarek, I think it could possibly be in combination with Wukong. I can see it working. Like, you can bail out your Wukong with your ultimate, or probably even another diver, right? If you have someone who can dive along with the Wukong, and then you just put your the bond on one of them and then get them the ultimate, and that would be a chaos to deal with.
yeah, not only the ultimate, you can also use Wukong to kind of taxi your stun into the backline. If you prep the stun and Wukong goes in, and you
Yeah,
can stun
that's
the
a good
backline
combo
that
as well.
way. So Taric works really well with divers and works really well against dive as well.
Yeah,
So if Taric gets hooked and he channels his stun, he might actually turn the hook around. So
Oh
let's see
yeah.
if he manages to do that. On the other side, we see top laners getting banned away. Ornn on one side, Jax on the other. I don't suppose we're gonna see much of mid lane bans, although we probably might see an Akali ban coming through. Nope. Malphite gets taken off, which signals to me that the Revenant wants to play an AD carry top side, like some sort of AD heavy top side, like a set or
Hmm.
maybe even a Fiora if they have a Fiora player. So let's see what they go for. But currently, the last ban is about to come through. I don't suppose we're gonna see any mid lane bans. It's just gonna target top laners. Maybe a set ban. Who knows?
Yeah,
Or a
that could be.
Mordekaiser.
Oh,
There we go.
there you go.
Mordekaiser.
That's a nice ban. I mean, they didn't want to give like a strong pick like Graves and Mordecai's are very strong together, and just taking it that away
Now,
from
do you blind pick top or do you blind pick mid for the Revenants? Nero has been extremely good this series,
that
and
is
Udyr comes
weird.
in.
Is it gonna be Nudito?
It might be Udyr jungle, it might be Graves lane. We are
Uh,
not sure yet. They
yeah,
can
we're
be
not
both.
gonna break the suspense. We just keep you in the suspense till the very end.
And remember, Nero played mid last time, and he played it well into Envy's like support karma.
Yeah,
So
I
he is
mean,
versatile.
we can't take. Okay, this is gonna be an absolute banger. I'm calling it right now. It's a Cyan pick.
Sion pick, maybe. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's Phase Rush AD Sion. But
We can
I
hope. Like I said, I didn't want to see the tank karma, but we did get a grasp. But I don't know how the sign is gonna go. Where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go mid? Is he gonna go top? It's gonna be. I don't know. I can't wait to watch the sign play.
yes, let's see what their last pick is gonna be. Volibear.
Ooh.
So
I
okay, never
think
mind.
we did have a problem. I think one of them disconnected. We will get back into the draft shortly. So let's just like decompose what they were planning in their minds. Like I can see it, right? You have a Volibear who can disable towers. You have a Taric who can back up. Even when the tower is active, you can just back him up with your ultimate. I can see a clearly like go for the dive, go for the kill kind of a comp. And I don't know if that is gonna be the same. I
No, I
guess
don't think so. I guess it was a wrong pick because if you go for Volibear, you basically have no range at all besides the AD carry.
it's
Because it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a protect the
Volibear.
Jinx comp again.
Yeah, but so I don't think it's gonna be a Volibear. Probably it was just a disconnect or some sort of client issue, and they'll remake the draft with the same picks, I assume. Uh,
Yes. And we are into the draft. Let me just quickly take you back. And I guess we're gonna see the same
The
kind of picks
warrior
until the very
spirit is
last.
never broken.
yeah, until the very last where the volley was there, I think they're just gonna switch that up into some sort of a mage or a control mage pickup. On the other side, on Revenant side, I actually kind of like their draft. The Blitzcrank and the Tristana combo is very deadly. They also had a Graves and a Udyr who can run at the backline, no problems. And I just want to see what the mid lanes are gonna be, and it's gonna be very exciting.
Ignorant thrall.
That is just. Yeah, that is gonna be. I don't know. Like we
Fear will
almost got to see
find
the
your
entire
body.
comp with the Wukong and the Tarek and the Jinx. I can see it working. I don't know what the topic was, but it was a well-rounded comp, I would say. But from the other end, I don't know what kind of answers. I think they were a little bit lacking on the AP, so I was hoping they would go for an AP top lane, and that you predicted the Mordekaiser was taken away from them. But like, what other mid laners can you play? What does the enemy mid laner play? I don't know if Nero's going mid or if the other guy is gonna go mid. I have no clue, and I'm excited to see it. As we said,
Yeah,
all the picks are gonna be the same.
yeah, the picks are gonna be the same, but I'm very, very intrigued to see who's gonna play mid and where this Graves and Udyr are gonna go. And that's gonna determine a lot of like who gets an advantage where, and that's what you get for playing like versatile champs like this who can be flexed in multiple roles.
Yeah, I think before the Volibear was accidentally locked in, it could have been a AP mid, right? Now that you think about it, it's a Cyan top, it's a Wukong jungle, and then you have an AD Jinx as well. So they were lacking a little bit on the AP. Maybe they were trying to go in for the Silas.
The Silas doesn't have too many good ultimates on the other side, so I don't think we'd see a Silas. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Envy is Zoe. That's another one that he's very, very well known for. He's deadly on this pick. He can solo carry games if he gets a little bit of a lead on these picks. So let's see how they're gonna answer this Zoe with uh, another long range mage, perhaps, or maybe a Syndra is good into Zoe. Vladimir,
Vladimir. Nope.
no.
They're like just teasing Yasuo. Oh, I do not like this comp at all. Like, it's all AD comp, and you're playing into a Cyan and a Taric.
Yeah, it's full lady, except the Udyr. Udyr can provide some magic damage if he goes for the
I
demonic
don't
build.
think that's his job there, but anyways, it's just like bizarre. Like, I think he had a little bit of confident game from Yasuo last time around, so he just like wants
But
to.
there's so many melees running into a Taric, Scion, Wukong, Jhin
I'm not a fan of
Trap.
it.
Yeah, I personally think Ace Phoenix completely demolished them in this draft. The draft advantage is definitely on them. Let us know what you guys think, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And let us know who you think won the draft here. Personally, as me and Hikari have already said, we think Ace completely has a draft advantage.
Yeah, right. Like, you can't. I don't even know it is a well-rounded comp on the other side. I mean, it's like throwing different pieces in the mix and just hoping that it fits and hoping that it works. Like, instead of Udyr, I would have liked it if they went like a maybe an AP top lane, maybe even a Silas top lane. They have amazing ultimates to steal from. Silas
Yeah, they have
wasn't
pretty
banned.
good. They have pretty good ultimates. They have a Scion ult, a Taric ult, a Wukong ult. They can all be used by Silas pretty well. In fact, he can also use the Jinx ult if he wants to, like, trying to get some snipes here and there. Maybe even if you don't want to play Silas, Mordekaiser got banned out. Gwen was banned out. We could have seen, if you want to stay with the short range theme, maybe a Malzahar come out. Victor is in a good spot right now. Victor would be pretty good.
Mhm.
Syndra is pretty decent into Zoe as well, and he can stop the Wukong jumping in with her
Stun, yeah.
pushback. Yeah.
Like
So I don't
it's
know. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's a more of a comfort pick at this point, I guess. You
Perhaps it is
just
a do or die game, so they are gonna go for comfort now.
tried and tested Yasuo with the level 7 mastery coming right in. Don't worry,
But
guys. I got
no
this.
Diana.
Yeah, but they do have a blitz knockup, and on the other hand, I think Udyr does a little bit of a knockup on his
I
like
no
I don't know. He doesn't.
no no.
Okay,
Udi has no knockup. The only knockup they have is Blitzcrank hooking and Blitzcrank knockup
Tristana.
and Tristana ult.
Yeah, that is gonna be interesting how the Yasuo is gonna land his ultimate. But as you said, right, it's gonna be completely. I think it is a complete comfort pick right here. So I don't know how Zoe is gonna play into Yasuo. I think Yasuo does have the advantage early, no? He can easily dash through the minions and get to Zoe.
Has mm, even so, it's gonna be very difficult for Revenants to do something. They'll need the tempo very early to make sure the Zoe doesn't have an impact on Sion and Wukong doesn't. Oh, sorry, Sion and Taric doesn't scale up to just completely negate them because, like you said, it's full AD, so
Yeah, there we
really
forget
hard to say.
the undying juggernaut in Cyan. I am scared. Is it gonna be the bow Cyan? I don't think so. It's gonna be a pretty much tanky.
I
Hit me
want,
all you can. I dare
yeah,
you.
I said that I wanted to see the AD Sion, but
Uh,
honestly, in this situation, it's better to play tank. It's
yeah,
just
if
straight
they
better.
were maybe if they were one up in the score, I think they would have tried out the 80 Cyan. I mean, they
Or
did try out
maybe if
Master
they
E
have
after all.
if they had an AP top laner, then maybe I could see it coming in. But right now,
Mhm.
there's no reason to not go AD, tank Sion. But this is literally not any reason to not go.
Yeah, I mean, seeing that they are fully AD and you can just prioritize, you can keep stacking armor for days. Like your shield, the science shield is just gonna be absolutely insane.
Yep, and right as we get into game, we get the classic pause.
Yeah, let's just wait out a pause a little bit maybe. I have no. Okay, Mm, let's
Swing
just move
around.
it to the game
Wait on the
screen.
pause. Yeah.
Okay. And
Let's take a look
they
at the.
have some disconnection issues, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty normal, right?
Yep. So let's just look at the masteries, like you were saying. To start out with the lethal tempo, what do you think of that?
Isn't that that's pretty standard? We see the who's that jungler? Okay, yeah, Graves jungle, but Graves is jungling with fleet footwork. Hmm,
Ah,
interesting. I don't think he needs it exactly, but it's okay. But on the other side, everything else is pretty standard. We see the grasp coming in for the Scion, so we can chalk out any Baus AD Scion shenanigans. It's gonna be normal tank Scion. And yeah, and I don't know, Revenant needs to do something extraordinary to get a good lead so that they can close out this game and win this series. But I think for Ace Phoenix is just an easy kind of chill out game as long as they don't make any big mistakes or take any bad fights. It should be fine for them.
yeah, it's a Udi top, right? Like you said.
Yeah, most likely would be top. So let's see what they go for.
I think I do have a little bit of spectator bug from my end.
Oh yeah, yeah. When they come out from pause, you have to go back a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. That
Okay.
So let's see if they go for invades one more time. We've seen it pretty much every game where they try to get into the enemy jungle early. And I don't know, let's see where Udi decides to go. Yasuo's running the teleport, so it might be Yasuo topside and Udi mid. But let's see
Hmm.
what happens there. Once again, grouping up, going for the invade. Ace is also sticking together. With the Scion, level 1 is actually really, really
I
strong.
love this Wukong skin. I love the way he rides the cloud.
Yeah, it's really nice. They're gonna meet each other actually, I think. Yep.
Ooh, is it gonna be a blind hook?
Blind hook, blind hook, blind hook. No,
No.
the 5-man. Oh my god, what a knockup. And then the exact stun and Udi falls.
Messed
Blitzcrank
it up.
didn't kick, and that's the first blood.
I think they forgot that there's a Scion and they should not check into any of the bushes. Just like that blindly.
There's also a Derek. If you go blindly, you're going to get
Yeah.
multi-man stunned. And
And
that's exactly what happened.
that was a beautiful stun coming in from Origa. It was
Yeah,
just
it was almost a 5-man stun. Almost.
yeah, and he followed up immediately with the Tariq stun as well, and then the ignite
Yeah.
comes in. And who got the first kill, by the way? It is the Scion who got the kill. Wow.
Not the best you wanted on your Jinx or your Zoe,
But
but
early armor stacking works too. Like,
yeah,
who are you
it's
gonna
fine.
kill if we have a huge tank in the mid? Okay, it's a like you said, it's gonna be an Udyr mid lane. Interesting. Let me just quickly change the animations of them. So yeah, it's an Udyr mid lane and a Yasuo top. Like
We're getting some interesting picks in the
we
mid
are
lane.
getting curveballs after curveballs being thrown at us. I think it's gonna be an AP Udyr. They have no other options, right? Oh my god, look at the damage.
Yeah, Udyr
Damn.
does so much damage, especially there's the demonic embrace build with the Sunfire and demonic and Jackshow. So you can just run at them and do so much damage, and they can't stop you because Udyr has that stand.
It just throws me back to those one of those horrible times when there was this Nunu mid lane where
Oh
they
yeah,
just
yeah.
roll snowballs at you and they just does like a bunch of damage.
And they one shot the wave as well with the
Yeah, that
snowball.
is so freaking insane, man.
And
It's exactly
after Nunu mid lane, there was Spike mid lane, then there was
oh
Nocturne mid
Pike.
lane.
Okay, Pike was manageable. Let's be honest, Pike was manageable. But this Nunu, like this, you least expect that kind of a damage. That was takes you out. Like, oh my god, look at this level 3 gank once
Okay,
again, but the
again,
stun comes a little bit too early.
Envy actually manages to put Nero to sleep and manages to get out. Good attempt there by Graves to get some early impact going, especially after that invade didn't go in their
Oh,
favor.
and he plays aggressively as well. He could. Oh my god, he takes.
Envy!
Uh, oh,
Oh
beautiful.
my god! What? Oh my god, he dies to minion damage.
That was just too close for comfort. Too close.
Too close for comfort. Very, very close, but Envy manages to win out. Luck or skill, you guys
That
decide in the comments.
yeah.
But
No, 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 no. I think that was one of those times where you just tell your team like calculated. If he had got the kill.
yeah, not even close, baby.
Yeah. Oh my god, a beautiful hook lands.
Hook lands, Tristana jumps in to try and get it, but it's the Taric that got hooked, and they're dumping all of the damage onto him. He doesn't die, manages to flash away. Blitzcrank tanking up the tower, but gets away with it. Pretty even trade at the end of the
Yeah.
day. If that
They
hook landed on the Jinx, that was a kill for sure.
yeah, I think Black Thief is just like I don't know, is very comfortable in his Blitzcrank. He is
Waves is
just
here. They might look for a dive. They have a big wave crashing. Derek's an
but
invoker.
they
Have
do
to
get
give this
away.
up. Yeah, but
Oh,
they're
look at
losing
mid
so
lane.
much
The
space.
Wukong is just
I
fighting
don't think the
the.
Wukong wins in the extended fight, but so he has
You
to
get
back
one
away.
plating? No.
No, early game it's hard to get plating like that, but they do chunk them out quite a bit and forces them off a lot of the
And they
CS.
did miss a lot of XP, like you said. Yeah, they were forced back from their tower, and at least they had like the communication to go back. They did ward there early, and they spotted out the graves trying to go in for the dive, but look at this
Helping Envy
Udyr,
quite
man.
a
It's just
bit.
like casually throwing out that big ball of ice at them. Not even ball. What do you call that? It's just
Rain, I
Anivia's
guess.
ultimate at this
Yeah, yeah.
point.
Mini Anivia out, Wukong just helping
Oh,
his laner. Oh,
I think this
pushing.
Udyr has 9 lives. He's just like, he still
Udyr
stays for that. How greedy.
He's saying he's greedy because he wants his Graves to come in to try and get Envy, but Envy still has sleep. And he's just gonna put Graves to sleep and just goes away and Graves gets chunked out. This is why Envy is so dangerous on his Zoe. He knows exactly how to function on this champion. Exactly as Udyr might
Oh,
fall. Nero is here, gets the
oh
stun
my
down, goes
god,
behind
that's.
Envy, wants to get the kill, and he gets the kill. Completely turns it around 1 HP, I think. Oh wow. What a
I
what
that
a
was just
play.
like I think a little bit too greedy, misjudged about the cooldown on the shield from Envy. I guess you don't really you don't normally face Udyr as a mid laner, so I guess he thought he had enough damage to take the kill, but like
I
unfortunate for
completely
him.
cast, I completely cast a cursed envy there, so
Yeah,
apologies.
yeah. If Envy, if you are looking to blame someone, blame him.
Come on, that was come on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was totally not my fault, guys. It's the caster who cursed me. But
So
yeah, he
yeah,
should have backed off. Like, I believe he knew the Graves was around and he just thought, like, I could get a cheeky kill, but sadly it backfired. We
yeah,
have,
the shield was very important getting off cooldown right at the
yep,
last moment there. So the gold lead gets actually evened out because of that, even though Sion got that early kill.
yep. It's been a
And
little bit of tough laning for a mid at least. Oh, Zoe has the cleanse. Right now, there can't be any shenanigans done. He
there
was
you go.
hoping that he will be stunned, but Udyr is playing very smart.
Yeah, he gets that cleanse to just get out of that AP damage boost that he has. You can see Merc threats picked up early by the Udyr, and the threat continues of Ace taking early Drakes with that bot fire that they have. And but last time they got collapsed on, but this time you see Revenant's nowhere close by, so this is gonna be a free Drake.
Yes, indeed. Like, I think Revenant are a little bit sleeping on the Drakes. They just don't have better
Yeah,
setups, I guess. Their back timings don't exactly coincide with the Drake taking
just
ability.
face checks the Wukong, and it's gonna be fine. He just walks
That's
away.
Udyr. That's like a big boy Udyr. He's not gonna die anytime soon.
Yeah, but Revenant's falling a little behind on tempo. They are getting a bit outroamed, but you can see on the top side, Graves and Yasuo have teamed up to get some deep vision and perhaps steal some camps if they can. On the other side, Wukong is still on his own jungle, whereas Graves is counter jungling right now. And
Yeah.
both sides is even, and Yasuo just out against the Scion. But I honestly think Revenants need to do better to get a lead early because the later this goes, the full AD is gonna just benefit Ace Phoenix the later and later this goes.
Yes, exactly. Like they have a good hyper carry in the inside of Jinx, and then they have really tanky people. And not to forget that the entire team is completely AD. Another hook land.
Yeah, another
Could
hook
this
lands,
be?
but it's Derek, so
Oh,
he
a double
turns it
stun.
around. Yeah, so landing stun on the.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Broken Blade just goes in, takes out Nero. Easy kills, and I think he's gonna get the
it's
Graves too.
gonna be
There's
another.
so much
Like
damage. There we go.
what?
Triple kill for
It's like
Broken Blade.
he walked into that and gave a double for like no reason. He could have gotten away from the bush and moved up top, but somehow
Yeah,
he
he
thought
flash.
just I don't know. It's just kind of
Both,
a miscommunication there, I believe.
yeah, both Nero as well as the Graves had their flashes up. They chose not to use it. Gives over the double kill to Wukong. And they can't fall behind like this because the later this goes, the worse it gets for them.
Yep.
So Tarek's doing a great job just standing in front of his Jinx, body blocking to make sure the Blitzcrank this
Oh,
time actually lands
unbelievably
very
close, but even through
close
the
now.
exhaust.
But yeah, Jinx trying to trade back here. Potato actually take it very, very low. Oh,
There's
gets
one.
away.
It's one rocket away. Can the Blitzcrank block it? I don't think he's
Yeah,
gonna go for the rocket. It's
yeah, Jinx.
almost off cooldown. Is it on cooldown? Did she use it as well?
I, he might have used it. I don't know if it's a visual
Yeah,
upside.
bug or
Broken Blade
something. Yeah.
is
I was hoping for a
getting
rocket,
placed
but
on by Nero.
based on the way Blitzcrank was hovering, I think it was not used.
Yeah, but oh, so close. But Blitzcrank played that really well. Terex was just body blocking the hook every single time, so he decided I'm just gonna walk up and gets the kill. Nero
Oh,
getting jumped
had
on,
to
flashes
flash
away
that.
from the knock up. Yasuo with the wind wall playing behind it to make sure Zoe can't land anything. 3v3 here, but here comes the Tarek and it's a 4v3. So much damage going down, but no kills coming through. And Envy takes him out over the wall. And it's Ace Phoenix are just running away with this game now. Miscommunications again. They didn't have the damage there to take them on a fight. Udyr doesn't have the highest damage until he gets a few items under his belt. Right now he's just a bruiser tank. But Envy is building full damage, so he actually takes them out very, very quickly. And you saw the Yasuo ultimate go down, but because there's a Scion, he could tank up a lot of the damage.
Yeah, I mean Yasuo is not good unless he builds his own Blade of the Ruined King, right? Like he's trying to go in for that. But
A
as
lot of
long,
trading.
what was the flash? Like he was in no danger, but I think he was worried that the Yasuo might, use his last breath and try to go in all in.
Yeah, maybe he didn't realize what the cooldowns were. Maybe he thought the jungler was nearby. A bit
Yeah.
of a waste on the flash, but we'll give him the benefit of doubt that he just wanted to be safe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why Yasuo is not completing his Blade of the Ruined King as well. He's just decided to go for an attack speed item earlier on.
Yeah, he's going for the traditional crit. Yeah, so there we go. Graves blocks the battle star by Envy and make
But
sure
I guess the splash still landed and cancelled the back.
yeah, Flash still landed and Udyr having a pretty tough time into this matchup. I don't really like I didn't like that pick even in draft. We both talked about it.
Hmm.
And so yeah, you're
They
seeing
had
what
so many picks to go for, and that's the disappointing part. Like, you had so
yeah, I
much
think
open as well, mid lane, AP champions.
I
Even an
think
Azir would have
a
been a good pick, actually.
Azir or even a Victor, but Broken Blade just goes on to the Yasuo. He actually wins the trades if he fights it out. But
Oh, he's
Yasuo
gonna
lands
commit?
it, commits, but yeah, Wukong has ultimate, and there's a Scion here. Wukong's second part of his ultimate is still up. Yasuo trying to get away from it. I think Wukong's ultimate is gonna
This
go on cooldown.
Yasuo is
Yasuo
just.
gets flashed on by the Tarek of all people and finally falls. Blitzcrank wants to turn something around. Flashes to land the E, but Tristana gets stuck with the Jinx chompers and then Jinx dodges away from the hook. And now it's Blitzcrank who's in a very tough situation. The Wukong and the whole squad is here. Tristana tries to do what he can for his support, but he falls eventually. And Ace Phoenix are just being the better team, outplaying them every step of the way.
Yeah, that was like a quick, what, 5 kills? Or at least 3 kills going down on the side of Ace Phoenix?
Yeah, and every single time it was not like they were being mechanically outplaying them. It's just map movements from Ace Phoenix has been so much better.
Like you
Nero is
said,
push.
oh, this could maybe. What happened to
Interesting.
the horns? Oh my god, look at the damage of Zoe. I did not expect that kind of a damage coming from just one Q landing.
Yeah, it's like AP. Udi is building pretty AP heavy, so.
Oh,
Oh my god, I think he's dead
oh
with the
no, oh
ignite.
no, it's a no. Wait, okay, it was
Oh
just
my
a
god,
head
he
out.
survives.
It's just back and forth of too close. Like
I can't
almost.
believe Udyr survived that, and Graves had to come in to back up his mid laner to make sure Envy gets no further of a lead. And finally, they do use the Herald, so that's something, I guess. And in the mid lane, Yasuo and Sion just bonking each other.
Is
On the other side,
Wukong.
Blitzcrank
Blitzcrank
is
gets caught
getting chased
again.
down. Yep,
That
he's
was a
dead.
heal committed as well.
And now Wukong is chasing down the Tristana, but Tristana manages to buffer the jump to get away. But this Blitzcrank again gets caught off, and Ace Phoenix all around the map are just winning out.
Yeah, like it's not like he's super tanky at this point of the game either. He hasn't even completed even one of his items, so he is pretty squishy for tank support, I would say. And look at that. Wukong has already completed his divine Sunderer.
Yep, Divine Thunder Wukong is very dangerous in this point of the game. When the opponent team doesn't have items completed, he can actually just 1v1 anyone on the side of the Revenants. Whoever he finds, he can take them on. So
Yep.
let's see what advantage he can get to stretch this gold lead even further.
Yeah, it's a 3k goldie right now. Not very substantial. Might look like it, but it's already 2 decks down on the side of Revenant. So it's gonna be pretty hard for them to come back. Maybe if the Tristana gets a couple of kills under her belt, she's the only one with one completed item at this point in time. See, look at the. I don't know. Yasuo suddenly thinks now Bork is a good idea and he just tried to pick up the Vampiric Scepter. Like, what?
I think he just went for the zeal for the early attack speed so that he can trade better into the Scion, and now he's gonna complete his board. But
Mm-hmm.
if he wanted the attack speed, he could have just gotten the recurve bow. So I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know if
okay.
he's
He
going
commits.
for. But I don't
I
think
don't.
he's gonna win. Scion actually points in the wrong direction, but
Yeah, but
I
it
think
doesn't
he was
matter. There's a Wukong waiting right in the wing. Like, this guy is there everywhere.
broken
It
blade.
wasn't
Is
even an
everywhere.
extended fight. It was fighting near his turret and he's there.
Yeah, and he started the fight. So
Yeah, it's
starting a
just.
fight when he doesn't know where the enemy jungle is a bit of unfortunate luck there. Nero actually pops Ghost, wants to chase down Envy, dodges the bubble. I think he might be able to. Envy wants to get to a turret wall
Oh,
to try and flash, but nope. Nero just chases him down. This was what they wanted to do,
yep,
where the
that's a
Udi
beautiful.
can negate that CC and just chase down the Zoe. But this is the first time it has worked, but it works well.
I mean, like, it was a beautiful 1v1 kill.
Yeah, it's
That
complete
is
1v1.
just. I think he just put 1 point in his RAM form,
Yeah,
if I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
wrong. Because there was a lot of trades where he didn't use it, so I was wondering why.
Yeah, it's probably maxing out the frost
The
for the
Phoenix one,
Anivia.
yeah.
Yep, and there you go. You see the demonic coming in. That's the build I was talking about. But I might be too late though. Let's see what happens. On Ace on the other side, picking up the second herald now.
And it's a
And
little bit disappointing that the Yasuo hasn't even finished like even one night. Oh my god, a
oh,
beautiful.
what a hook!
But it's a
But
Tarek. Can he kill him before the ultimate goes up? Oh yeah, they do. Wow,
he chooses not to just out for himself. Wants to save it for the next team fight.
that
But
is
that's a
just
good
too.
pickup there. Get some gold back for themselves.
Oh,
Oh, what a hook! Envy gets stunned as well, but Wukong jumps in, gets the ultimate off. Envy is still alive. Woody falls, and what a turnaround there! Wow! They did not
like
expect
at
the
this
Wukong to do
point,
this much
even
damage.
yeah, if the hook lands, they're a little bit down on items, and Tristana wasn't there
Yeah,
to.
you can't burst him. Woody doesn't have burst, it's more sustained, right? He wants to chase you down, wants to be always like stick to you. But here they need the burst because the Wukong. Oh my
What?
god! Uh,
What?
this crank was just holding the way for his carries to
That's
make
what
sure
you
to
get
keep
for
it clear.
being a good support, guys. You get just one shot.
Yeah, Envy takes advantage that he was tanking so many minions.
Oh,
But
Tristana,
oh
that's the
wow!
revenge. That's like the best. Good
Yeah,
job, good job. I would
potato.
like applaud my ADC if ever my ADC did this for me.
Yep, you take out my support, I take you out. Equal exchange, and Potato gets a kill back. But I don't know if Nero wants to be here actually. Sets the storm on to Invoker and just walks away. No harm, no foul. Oh, ultimate. I think it's just to get
Unstoppable
close.
onslaught coming in, but it did not really land on there. So, but look at the damage with just one Q, and the Cyan is
Oh,
unkillable at this
flash!
point. The Juggernaut is online.
Yes, Sire, no PS chasing after.
Oh, that was too close. Almost got him there with the rocket, but
Yeah, Yasuo just does no damage to the Scion, who has Sunfire completed 2-0.
he finally he
Finally,
does
has
come
it.
up with a Blade of the Ruin King. Maybe it will change things a little bit right now. And
Yeah,
Wukong,
wants to get on Nero here. Nero just trying to run away.
he
Uh,
knows. But
Turns on the
damn, does it do a lot
sword.
of damage?
What? Lots of damage with the Divine. Wants to get the stun off to try and bait
What?
for his Yasuo. Flashes into the bush, takes on the shield and gets him. What a shutdown. This 4-0 Wukong finally falls, and it's Yasuo that gets the kill. No better champion to get it on rather than your carries.
And the
And
bounty, the juicy
yes,
bounty. Now this is where Zoe is have to worry.
Envy just gets completely annihilated by this Yasuo atonement, doing
And
exactly what his IGN suggests. And the level 7 comes out as well.
well,
His late phase
casually.
was kind of poor, but as soon as he completes Borg, just gobs completely online.
And he has already racked up a bounty on himself, like the highest. No, not the highest, but yeah, he is one of the two guys with a lot of bounty on his head. Maybe they will go fishing for him, and right now, a Black Thief is fishing for a hook.
This Blitzcrank is always a threat because
What?
until he throws out his hook, it's a threat, right? You have to
Yeah,
respect it.
it's like buying space for your team, like
Yeah, yeah.
clearing some area.
If any of you play Valorant, when you have like your ultimates up, it's always something that you have to watch out for. Same with the Blitzcrank here. As soon as he gives out his hook, and it's on cooldown, that's when the threat is away. But if he just runs at you, you have to expect like, okay, he might hook me.
Yep,
And
you just
except
have
the
to.
Scion, I
You
think
can't
everyone's
even be
gonna die.
happy if you. Maybe yeah, if you're assigned. Oh my God, what is the item? Is that the heart steel one?
Yeah, it's a hard steal on Scion.
What is the passive of the item?
I think you get extra bonus HP, if I'm not
Ooh.
mistaken.
I
That's
was
the mythic passive, and the other passive it has is it sort of has a grass auto type. Like if you fight and then auto them, you get
uh-huh.
a very strong auto attack. You can do a lot of damage.
Nice.
So it's
Bonus
really good
damage on
on
basic attack, is it?
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
It's really good on Scion, especially Scion stacks HP and stacks armor.
And he's yet to build any substantial armor item because like Graves is full on committed to this lethality sort of build. But I mean once Cyan gets at least one armor item, that's when the show will be over for Graves, I believe. Like he has to get in behind, get some damage on the Zoe, get some damage on the Jinx. He can't really do much in a team fight. Unless
Yeah, unless he
unless
gets
your
Lucas to
Tristana
raise.
has a second item, Lord Dominic's.
Okay, there we go. There we see the CC immunity coming in for
Ooh!
the. And
That
also,
is just so
Jinx
beautiful. Oh
gets
my god,
hooked.
there's a missed
Jinx
ultimate.
actually gets a lot of things dumped on her, but manages to survive. Envy's bubble lands onto the carry, but Tristana manages to jump away, and nothing happens. Even though the hook lands onto the Jinx, she manages to survive thanks to her team and her flash.
And another hook
Envy
lands.
gets hooked.
And
I
a
wonder what will happen this time. But once again, Wukong jumps in to create enough space. Envy, no fear, goes back in. Sion now charging it up. Maybe they're going for a fight again. Another bubble lands. Oh, they
almost
tried to
missed
predict
timing on the hook.
where Envy is gonna be. Well, I've just been told by a friend, by someone else that The Heartsteel passive is you get more size and more HP as you build more items. So
Oh, okay. As much as many items you have more HP based on your
yeah,
number of items. Oh,
and you grow in size.
oh, like the Cho'Gath
Yeah, yeah,
feast.
yes, sort of. Yeah, your champion starts to get bigger and
Okay,
bigger.
Tristana's trying to take on the Juggernaut, but like you don't want a piece of that meat.
Yeah, but Tristana actually has two anti-tank items, and
Yeah,
she's probably
he knows what his job is gonna be. He is just like straight up building Lord Dominic's and not even stopping for any attack speed items.
yeah. But I think the next item is either gonna be Navori or Infinity Edge to deal more damage to whoever comes in his way. And Hook lands onto the Derek, but I don't think
But you
that's a
don't
good hook.
want that hook, yeah.
Yeah, Blitzcrank gets taken out. He was kind of in a bad position there,
And
and
once
that
again, there is absolutely zero dragon preparation on the side of. As soon as I say that,
Envy actually has to use his flash. Collateral damage, not enough. Envy manages to survive by the skin of his teeth.
my
Wukong now gets
god.
onto the backline, double knockup, and there we go, the Taric ultimate coming down. Sion
Oof!
charging up his knockup. Yasuo trying his best to walk away, but no. Invoker now chased us down the graves, and
Go for the
Ace
Baron,
Phoenix
go for
at
the Baron, not
position.
the Dragon. I would love it if they go for the Baron here. But
Well,
they.
they're prioritizing
It's
Drake's
the
soul
soul,
over
yeah.
the Baron.
Oh my god, like, I think Revenant, when they review this game, they're gonna be
Yeah,
they
very
can easily find
careful.
out where they lost. Yeah, they have been giving off too many free dragons, and they've been like absolutely no dragon. Once again, there's a mountain soul as well on top of a full AD comp. It's gonna
Yeah.
be hard.
That's gonna be rough, and you can see how these fights go. Even like Blitzcrank is always fishing for hooks, but as soon as he doesn't get a good hook, they just get completely ran over by this Sion Wukong with the Taric ult that you talked about. They
Yeah, the
can't even
combo.
turn on the Wukong because he's like invulnerable. What are you going to do? Who are you going to target? And they just get completely shut down.
Yeah, that is just too unfortunate. I think Dudir might be overextended here. Okay, he just took the romp and backed off cleverly. So, like I said, I feel kind of bad for Black Thief here. He has landed amazing hooks. Not just like I believe all of his hooks were kind of impactful in the entire game. Like even when they didn't get the kill on the Jinx, they did manage to blow her summoners. And on top of that, back to back, he got like a hook on Zoe. Another okay, that's a sneaky Baron.
I don't think it's very sneaky. I think Revenants are well aware of what's going on. But the question is, can they contest? Blitzcrank Hook goes wide. Woody on the flank, but he gets turned on. I don't think he can make it here. He's just getting completely burned down because there's so much damage coming in. Yasuo tried to flank, but they turn onto the Yasuo.
Okay.
Two-man knockup. Jinx gets hooked. What a hook! Jinx is out of the fight, but now Tristana free firing onto the Sion. They need to get rid of this tank. Wukong
I
joining the
don't think they're
fight,
gonna
but
finish off the
Tristana is
Sion
still
right
here.
here.
Wukong is still alive, Sion is still alive. They managed to get onto the backline. Tristana trying her best to get as much damage as she can. Envy gets onto the Tristana to try and stop her, and finally Tristana falls. Graves is still up, and Envy doesn't have the HP to continue this fight, and Yasuo just running away from the Sion passive. Revenants pull a fight out at the last moment to get some space in this game.
Wow,
Good
they
fight from them.
really, if ever we have an MVP, it definitely have to be Black Thief. Like his hooks,
Yep.
beautiful. If I
He
ever had a
hooks
Blitzcrank
the
on my
team.
team, this is how I want my Blitzcrank to play.
Yeah, in the middle of all of that, when Yasuo landed the knockup, there's so much chaos going on. He manages to hook the Jinx in the middle of
Exactly.
all of that and just takes out the hyper carry. And Envy wasn't in a position to fight that. He
But
wasn't in
even
position
then,
to
you can
fight.
see the impact of picking all AD, right? They weren't able to kill off the Sion, and Wukong ended up getting 2 kills in return. Oh, and we
Yeah,
have a pause coming in.
and you could see, yeah, that exactly what you said. Tristana was completely free firing, but even then lacked the damage to actually have like get an ace there or to get them completely down. And you're not going to get too many perfect fights like this because this was the dream setup for them, and even still it didn't work out completely.
Yeah. So while we wait for them, let's just discuss the state of the game here. I mean, I don't know. Like I thought it was done deal. Ace Phoenix won it, but they still have
Yeah,
the Revenants still have some fight in them apparently.
A lot of it. You can see the goal lead there. Actually, they climbed a lot of it back because there were shutdowns that they picked up, and the Tristana is actually pretty fed. And you can see Udyr has her AP items now, his AP items now with the Demonic and the Zonya. So he actually does decent damage, and Yasuo has two items as well. Graves is picking up items, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how like Ace Phoenix manages to like come back from this sort of stumble that they had right now.
And I mean, Black Thief, man, he was just like, I don't know. I think this guy just has the perfect. I don't know if the hook on the Jinx was intentional or not. That just like worked on their favor. Imagine losing the soul, a mountain soul on top of that to the other team, and you have like all AD comp and they're trying to build up armor and you're gonna fight against all of that HP and armor and you I don't know. They just like that's it. That's the power of Blitzcrank. Like you isolate one carry and you win the entire team fight.
And it's like the one thing you have to watch out for the Jinx.
Yes. Like I don't know. Once again, like it comes back again to the summoner spells, right? Like you think you're very safe, you pick a ghost. I'm not really a fan of the ghost summoner spell. When there's like targets like Blitzcrank, Yasuo, it's a targeted knock up or a hook, so you can easily cleanse it out or something like that. Like I don't know about the choice of
Um,
summoner spell here.
Derek can go for the Mikhails right now if he wants to make sure try and save his Jinx, but I don't know if he has the hands to cleanse the hook mid-flight. I think that's something should be a cleanse, like you said, to try and get rid of some that one crucial CC that might land on you.
Yeah,
And they do have the Taric ultimate if Jinx can buy some time somehow with her flash maybe. But yeah, that's the one way I can see Revenant winning. If they manage to catch like that and the Blitzcrank lands the hook on one of the carries, then it doesn't matter if you have a front line because, well, your carry is dead.
there's no damage. Yeah, exactly. And I think Zoe wasn't even involved in that last fight, right? Like she was completely on the other side of the
Yeah,
Baron
she
pit.
came in really late on that. Right?
If she was there, probably they might have. I mean, even without her, right? They were able to get back. So we do have an unpause of the game. Let's just move back into the game.
Yeah, the game. Hopefully, we can move back now. Yep, there we go. So,
Okay, I think I'll have
no,
to fix it a little bit.
yeah, you have to push it back a little bit, and then it's a spectator bug when the pause happens.
Unpause happened, yeah.
So once again, we get back into the game, and although that team fight was really good, it's still very
Very
difficult for the
close.
Revenants, especially with this Mountain Skull coming in.
Yeah, and we were only seeing Science stack up some HP. Now he's got a Thorn Mail on top of it. I think Wukong is gonna go for the Death Dance, I believe.
Yeah, it seems like it, because he has his
Hmm.
back lever completed. That
And
stands
even the
me.
Zoe is gonna build a Zonias.
Yeah, actually, as a Jinx, I wouldn't mind seeing Azonias on the Jinx, because then
Oh.
you, or maybe just build the stopwatch right now to build a GA later on.
Yeah, the next fight is gonna be the most crucial fight in the entire game.
Yeah,
Right.
because next fight determines who actually gets on top. Yasuo, I don't know. Okay, so he has Shield Bow now
Okay.
and Bork, and I'm
I
not sure what he's going for next. I
Yeah,
think
I believe it's gonna be an IE and another Zeal item. Maybe not static. What's the other one? The Phantom Dancer.
maybe.
Oh,
Well, let's
Blitzcrank. Is it a possible team fight here? They
Yeah,
do get the. Oh, okay. That is
oh,
not a hook that you
that's
want.
not a hook you want. And Wukong just gets immediately onto the backline and Sion out as well. Tariq out following as well. Woody trying to back up his Yasuo as much as he can. Zoe doesn't actually get the Tariq ultimate, gets very, very low, but gets taken out. Woody trying to do as much AoE damage as he can with the Zonya, goes into the stasis, but gets taken out. And now Graves has to run away as well. And that's so many kills coming through for Ace Phoenix as they turn back onto the Drake. But they do. Revenants still have their jungler up and available, so let's see if
There's gonna
anything
be a steal.
happens. Graves is in the area. They're gonna have to turn. What a great smoke screen to try and get some space. But they turn immediately onto him. Graves stepped too far forward and he falls. So many low
And
health
that
bars.
Cyan
Ah,
is just healthy as
Tristana.
ever.
But everyone else was so low. They just needed one more member there to clean up this entire fight. But now Ace Phoenix completely wipes them and is gonna get Baron. And I think they're just gonna recall and head straight for Elder Dragon.
Oh, it's a Baron and Elder combo now.
Yeah, the Blitzcrank hook this time Black Thief doesn't quite manage to get the target he wants. Hooks in the Scion, which just invites a complete team fight from Ace Phoenix. Look at the size of Scion. He has Elixir as well, and he has Heart Steel, so he is
And
unkillable
on
right
top of
now.
that, he has another armor in store. My god.
Yeah, he's either gonna go Frozen Heart or Random Omen, because it stops Crit Strike, and we can see Yasuo has his IE now. He gets
Yes.
onto the back line, he's gonna do a lot of damage, but the question is, can he actually get there? Can he find that angle? Last time he tried to get there, but the Taric ult just
Oh
completely.
my god, that was a beautiful, like, immediately, as soon as the Wukong goes in, Tarikal comes out. That's
Yup.
just like beautiful covering all your angles, perfectly executed by the
Oh,
team. That was a
NP.
close encounter. Right now, they really cannot afford to give away this Elder.
He's
It's
in a
gonna be a
very awkward position. He's gonna get engaged on everything, dumped on him. Go drink at the trying to stay alive. But Broken Blade just uses ultimate. Yasuo forced to flash away, but Nero is on the wrong side. He's gonna get taken out. There's no running from this, and this is gonna be Elder for Ace Phoenix.
damn. That's just like the
Poor
Juggernaut
positioning
comp.
there.
Yeah, poor positioning and then like blindly face checking for no reason.
Yeah, especially the Graves was very poorly positioned there. Just gets everything gets dumped on him to engage, and they fall right now. I don't think Revenants have much more left in the tank, especially with this Elder Baron combo. They can just run at you just like game number one with that or Pantheon combo. Let's see if they're
And
gonna press
look
their
at
ultimate.
the I can't even count, like I can't even count the amount of health bars in the Cyan. It just looks like damn, it's just one of those TFT comps you can never kill the front line.
Yeah, and not just Sion, Wukong is very tanky now as well.
Yeah,
And you also have a Taric to buff them up with heals and invulnerability. So
it's a pretty
let's see,
done deal at this point.
Revenant have
Oh
one
my
life.
god, look at
And
the backline damage from Udyr. The one ultimate from him, the Phoenix stance just took out like quarter of the Zoe's HP. But doesn't matter, they have a super strong front line and they can't break through this.
yep, and this might be the last stand from the Revenants to try and see if they can do something. Wukong goes in, so Yasuo moves too far forward. He's gonna get taken out as Ace Phoenix just completely. There's no way they lose this fight with the Elder buff. They're so far ahead, just gonna run at them, and that's gonna be the game. As oh, it's That's a bit too comfortable there. Tristana has to watch her base fall as the Nexus gets taken down and Ace Phoenix win the series 2-1.
Yeah, that is just unfortunate for the Revenants. But they did have a good show in their early to mid game, I guess. Little bit of good hooks landing, little bit of interesting comebacks, but it didn't really pan out well for
And
them.
those and yeah, they had a really good game number two. Tried their hardest game number one, but I think game three, like you talked about, Hikari, the draft gap was just way too much and too much to overcome in this instance. And I think that's all the games we had for today. We're thrilled to announce the highly anticipated second semifinal between Radiance and Ace Phoenix, which will commence tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and the finals will be at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Yep, I can't wait to dive into the other teams as well. Like this was a treat to watch. All three games amazing, but last game maybe a head scratcher, a Dodhi pick. But
Uh,
all in all, it was a
Apologies,
good
it's not.
show.
It's not Ace Phoenix in the semifinals tomorrow. I think it's PNX Ascension. It will be
Phoenix,
confirmed to
okay.
you from the pages and the admins. Apologies from the caster end for any confusion caused. But the semifinals will be at 3:30 Indian Standard Time, and finals will be at 6:30 Indian Standard Time.
All right, guys. See you at the other end. I am hoping to have more action. And if you are new here, make sure you like and follow all of our socials to be updated about the ongoing tournament and the future ones as well. That's it from us, I guess.
Yeah, all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in. This was me, InSync, with me, Hikari,
See you
and we'll
guys
see you guys
tomorrow.
next time.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.